I'm broke, busted, and pushing 200 pounds. Just a game with my favorite streamer. I've been surviving on stale buns every day, catfishing as a rich, handsome baller online, dropping gifts and gaming with her for 3 months straight. I thought we had a special vibe. Who knew a real flexer? Just popped into her stream, dropped a $1.50 tip, and she hits me with Yi Chen. How about you hop out of the lobby? That guy said he wants to play mid lane. You're taking up his spot. I was super salty, but I was too broke to counter-tip. I just closed the game, left the lobby, and logged off, lurking in her stream on guest mode, watching her simp for the big spender, coaxing him into the champion select screen, insta-locking for him, and begging for his WeChat. Then she finally texts, Liu Ruyan, Yi Chen, no hard feelings, right? My bad, my bad. I'll definitely carry you tomorrow. I left her on read. Liu Ruyan, don't be mad. Crying emoji. I stared at that stupid crying emoji, and still felt bad for her. Yi Chen, nah, glad you finally bagged a sugar daddy. Good for you. Cap. I actually hope she flops forever, so I'm her only viewer and can save some cash. My head was full of toxic thoughts. Guess she got the closure she wanted, because Liu Ruyan ghosted me after that. Chuyi gamed with her all night. Don't know if he got bored or what, but he miaed from her stream the next few days. Liu Ruyan went back to taking random pickup games, grinding for that minimum wage. So to me, her loyal sugar daddy, she started acting all sweet again. I budgeted my last few bucks, deciding to hit her stream only every 3 days. That way, I wouldn't starve. I didn't want to buy cheap sessions. I couldn't let Liu Ruyan find out. I was actually just a broke simp. I'd been flexing this carefree, trust fund, baby vibe the whole time, busy with finals, just dropping cash to game and chill, after lurking on guest mode for 3 days. Today, I could finally afford to drop a gift to Yi. I waited till Liu Ruyan was live for 10 minutes, then speedran my login, and hopped into her stream. Level 28, Yi Chen entered the chat. Damn, Yi finally remembered his forgotten queen. Liu Ruyan playfully whined. Yi Chen, busy grinding at school. Level 28. Yi Chen gifted a Porsche. Gay. Thanks Yi Chen for the Porsche. Are we still locked in for 2 hours today? You're so disciplined. After hyping up the gift, she glanced at her dead WeChat DMS, looking kinda hesitant, but she still invited me to the lobby. I turned on my mic, confused. We doing today? Before she could even answer, the stream exploded with pink flashy gift effects. Level 37, Chu Yi, entered the chat. Level 37 Chu Yi gifted a private jet. Chu Yi, didn't you tell me to come carry you? You starting without me. Liu Ruyan played the victim. Boss, you were leaving me on red. I thought I was washed. Let me finish this match with my other boss. Then, I'm all yours, okay? Chu Yi didn't say a word. Level 37, Chu Yi gifted a romantic train. Ah, thank you brother Chu for the jet and the train. Liu Ruyan was literally screaming, totally hype. A romantic train is $400, plus the $300 jet. That meant right here on her stream. Chu Yi just dropped $700 in just a few days. Chu Yi leveled up from 35 to 37. That means he's been out here, dropping 10 to 20 bans on other streamers. This guy was a massive whale. 2 or 3 minutes of awkward silence later, my WeChat pinged. I already knew what it was. Liu Ruyan, Yi Chen. Can we play tomorrow instead? I was chill, but now I was triggered. So a bigger whale shows up, and I just gotta dip. Again and again. Was I really just a total joke to her? Chu Yi, you kicking him or what? If not, I'm out. Yi Chen, bro, ever heard of first come, first serve? Chu Yi, who you barking at, broke boy? Yi Chen, your parents clearly failed you. 0 class, just like your whole bloodline. Dandelion, El Mao. You guys actually thought this Yi Chen was richin'. Dude, only drops $120 gifts at most. Xiaxia, Yi Chen is literally VIP. 10, okay. Marshmallow, Yi Chen said he's busy with school. He can't game all day. Dandelion, who even knows if that's his real account? If he's so ballin', tell your boy Yi to drop a mega gift and clap back. Don't tell me he's shook. I barely had 700 to my name. How could I flex back? The chat was getting mad toxic. The bros who usually backed me up in chat went completely ghost. Dandelion, flaking over $700. This is your so-called rich kid? Shuyi then? Spammed like 3 or 4 voice notes. His crazy yelling was just pure unhinged trash talk. I was rage typing. But before I could hit send, a system prompt popped up center screen. That made my blood boil. You have been muted by the moderator. All my comebacks just wiped. I couldn't even rage back. I was so mortified and just heavily disgusted with Liu Ruyan. I was shaking, literally seeing red. Liu Ruyan speed messaged me. Yi Chen, stop. You're gonna get your account banned. Yi Chen. He started flaming first and you mute me. Yi Chen, he's literally still trash talking. Why don't you ban his ass? Liu Ruyan, chill out. I'll explain later. Liu Ruyan transferred $120. Liu Ruyan didn't text back after that. I tabbed back to the game lobby, only to see I was dumped back to the main menu. She literally kicked me. I raged and yelled out loud, smashing my pillow onto the floor. I wanted to drop 10 mega gifts and slap both these clowns in the face with pure cash. But checking my bank app, $563.38. Fractions and all. It was basically roasting my broke delusion. Billionaire systems syncing. 3, 2, 1. Sync complete. An emotionless AI voice echoed in my head. I legit thought I had stroked out from the rage. But then a holographic blue screen spawned right in front of me. You billionaire system. Daily limit. $10. Funds auto-deposited at midnight daily to hosts. Chase bank account. Funds strictly reserved for subjects with an aesthetic rating of 8/10. All expenditures yield a 1/1 cashback to hosts' personal funds. Clearing level 1 milestone. Grants 1 mystery box pull. No bonus. 1 mystery box pull available. I was hard stunned. Then came the massive WL. Wait, is this for real? The system gives me money. I blow $10 on hot girls daily, and I get a 1/1 cashback of $10 straight to my own pocket. If I'm not hallucinating, I was about to have the ultimate glow up. I was practically tearing up from the hype. Wait, how do I know who's an 8? Is there an indicator? I immediately started questioning the EU. Host must discover independently. I stared at the screen too long, and my eyes started burning. I reflexively blinked, and the screen vanished. Where'd it go? I panicked. But before I could even question if I was going psycho, the screen popped back up. So it was literally mind-controlled. My fingers accidentally opened up TikTok. An ad with an A-list actress popped up. A top-tier face certified by like 300 million fans. I randomly thought, I wonder what her score is. A second later, I stared at the glowing blue 7/9 floating over her head, totally shook. She's literally a celeb, and she's only a 7. Are there legit any 8 girls around me? Rating is based on natural facial features. I had a big brain moment and searched for e-girl streams. Clicked on a random one. She had massive beauty filters on, and floating above her head was a glaring rating, 5/6. Ain't no way you can make money looking like that. Looking at the endless gifs spamming her chat, I just cringed hard. Kept scrolling. Ended up in a familiar stream. Damn you, algorithm. Watching Liu Ruyan act all fake and flirty. I just found it mad cringy. Above those hands showing off her mechanics, a blue 8-3 popped up. I was kinda shocked. Compared to my worst fear of her being a 200-pound catfish, this was way better. At least I didn't blow my cash on a busted girl. Open the gift, top-up menu. Amount, $50. Typed in my password. Held my breath, waiting for the deposit. My old debit card, literally, had $0 left. So the system legit sent me the funds. I couldn't hold back my hype. Confirming it gave me major confidence. Didn't stick around. I kept scrolling, leaving behind the few regulars who knew me. Gossiping in the chat. Golden Bear. Kinda feel bad for Yi. Just came in for 2 minutes and dipped. Dandelion. Feel bad for what? Been sick of him acting all high and mighty, telling me to go do my homework when he sees me. Wait, I think he's a pretty chill dude. Dropped a lot of cash on Ruyan too. Must be doing okay. Dandelion. Bro probably makes minimum wage and is just flexing. Thought he was a baller or something. Still, got out simped and ran away with his tail between his legs. If it was before, I definitely would have laid low and come back after payday, afraid of getting roasted and humiliated in front of everyone. Because I was genuinely broke, poorer than someone on minimum wage. But now, with $500 in my pocket, I didn't care about their toxic chat at all. I was oozing confidence, like I owned the whole world. Even felt this thrill to just go crazy and drop bags. As for the drama in Liu Ruyan's chat, I was completely clueless. I was super vibing watching this stream that didn't even have 10 viewers. Above the streamer's head was a glaring 8-9. This was the highest score I'd seen. After swiping through dozens of streams. Yet she was a totally faceless honor of kings. Newbie streamer. Clicked her profile. Only a few dozen followers. I'd been in here for like 2 or 3 minutes, and she didn't even welcome a level 28 VIP like me. She was literally a total noob. Maybe she saw the chat arguing. Liu Ruyan sent a wet chat. Yi Chen, don't be mad at me. Didn't have time to text you back just now. I just felt like taking someone else's money is better than taking yours, right? You know what we are to each other, right? I'll order you some baba when I cash out. Did Liu Ruyan actually mean that? I didn't tip much. So she probably thought I was just some rich kid who hadn't made his own bag yet. For some unmentionable reason, Liu Ruyan didn't want my money anymore. I scoffed. So with others, she's just taking the bag. But with me, it's true love, right? Try showing that to your new sugar daddy. Liu Ruyan went dead silent. When two whales fight, one has to lose. Liu Ruyan muting me meant she chose Shu Yi. People chase the bag. I get it. But texting me now, she's probably just making a last-ditch effort to see if she can keep us both on the hook. The audacity. I couldn't be bothered with her, so I sent a message to the new streamer. Yi Chen, streamer, do you do carry sessions? On screen, the Yao, who just cleanly dashed in and out for a triple kill, flashed a provincial badge, and just finished the game. She must have seen the chat. Pause for a second, then read out loud in a clear voice. Streamer, do you do carry sessions? She sounded really young and immediately complained. I wanted to do boosting. But why is nobody hiring me? Am I not cracked enough? Her voice was totally my type. Energetic, cute, gamer girl voice. Her yain was Ling Qingqiu. The contrast with the hero she mained, Yale, was just insanely perfect. I asked how much for a match. She sounded kinda stressed. I don't know. How about I carry you for a game first? And if you like it, you can just tip whatever. Was she for real? I finally realized why her stream was so dead. $50 is enough to hire 2 national rank boosters. Whose clueless little princess is this? With zero concept of money. But whatever. Your boy has cash. Level 28 Yi Chen gifted a luxury cruise. Level 28. Yi Chen upgraded to level 29. Yi Chen, why did you just drop that? The effects are so flashy. Is it expensive? I replied. Not expensive. Call me geek and let me hear it. Flexing is just one word. Satisfying. Message alert. Account credited with $1,200. Balance $1,200. Seeing that text made it even better. This system is pretty clutch. The money I drop on girls and the cashback I receive are even split into different bank accounts. Gigay, log on. Which server? Send me your agent, making her call me Gag. She sounded so shy saying it. All nervous and hesitant. No wonder those greasy older women like teasing young rich boys. That innocent vibe is legit so attractive. Typed my name. About to hit send. Then I stopped, deleted it, and retyped. WeChat server uses blank characters. You won't be able to add me. Lang Qingqiu was seriously so clueless. A total silly puppy. I thought of Liu Ruyan again. When her sugar daddy spoke, she caught on immediately, thirstily adding his WeChat. Didn't want to think about that annoying woman right now. Then Gigay, can we add WeChat? So, I can invite you directly. After a long pause, Lang Qingqiu finally got the hint. I sent her my ID, quickly got the request. After accepting her friend request, I instantly clicked her moments and scrolled to the bottom. She didn't hide anything at all. It was all just shopping, manicures, traveling, and complaining about homework. There was no edgy stuff either, just pure relatable girl energy. I was almost feeling a bit nervous. Luckily, further down, I saw the post for her 18th birthday this year, and her Gaokao finished post. Looks like she's a fresh high school grad, about to be a college freshman. Gigay, you're still not online. Leng Qingqiu started rushing me. Logged in, and out of habit, I put Zhang Liao, Mozi, and Shen Mengshi in my pre-selects. Then, it suddenly hit me. I'm the boss now. Why should I suffer playing utility mid-laners? I immediately swapped my mid-laners to Yao and Xiao Chao. I want to play enchanter supports. I want to play mid. I want to vacuum up all the gold. First game, I locked in Ye Wo. Leng Qingqiu naturally pulled out her signature Yao. After helping mid clear the wave, I perma-attached to her Yao. Riding on top of Yao's head, I unhurriedly hopped on the micer. You gotta gank for the ADC more, or else they're gonna flame me later. It was Leng Qingqiu's first time hearing my voice. She hit me with a sus, 2-second silence. Then, agreed with a laugh. Good girl. Leng Qingqiu went quiet. She cleared the jungle crazy fast, rotated bot lane, saw the enemy ADC, and support step up, did a full combo and instantly deleted the ADC. Their support barely survived and ran under tower. I pinged attack. Just as Leng Qingqiu dove the tower without hesitation, I popped my disrupt right on time. The announcer shouted, "Double kill." Leng Qingqiu sounded hype. How was that? Practice makes perfect. Leng Qingqiu was getting way more comfortable calling me. I chuckled quietly. I could totally picture a good puppy sitting on the floor, tail wagging non-stop, waiting for its master to pat its head and say good boy. So obedient. Leng Qingqiu went quiet again. After playing 6 or 7 games, Leng Qingqiu was still totally addicted and wanting more. I was getting a bit tired, so I topped up the remaining $50 as well. Today's $10 fund has 8,829 left. Yi Chen gifted Starry Night, Dream Castle, Romantic Carriage, Carnival XO1. Level 29, Yi Chen, upgraded to level 33. Lord No One, ain't no way it's you boy. Just came to flex on the boosted Xiao Kai O. Come worship the rich kid. Xiaxia, manifesting a sugar daddy. Gigay, let's link. Total, 8802. A broke college kid dropping this huge bag all at once, even if it's not my own money, is super thrilling. Before I could even feel the pinch, Bank of Communications sent a text, $88800, credited, true happiness, pure joy. Right then, thanks to the mysterious algorithm, and the traffic from my megatips. An Ogay fan from Liu Ruyan's stream, Summer Flower, wandered into Leng Qingqiu's stream, seeing the blinding gift, effects, and a familiar username. He instantly ran back to Liu Ruyan's chat, thriving on the drama. Dried mango, y'all quick, go to the stream next door. Brother Yi just dropped like 3 carnivals to simp for another girl. Holy shit, for real. Which streamer? I gotta see this. Liu Ruyan, her stream of nearly 300 viewers, instantly tanked to 100-something. Just as they hit the champion select screen, Liu Ruyan glanced at her chat and froze. Those few short lines felt like a foreign language to her. She grabbed her spare phone, logged into her alt, and found Leng Qingqiu's stream. A streamer with less than 100 followers, but the top right corner proudly displayed over 10 concurrent viewers. Clicked the leaderboard. Level 33 Yi Chen's contribution points were at 100 Ki-Ka. Contribution to cash ratio is 10-1. Liu Ruyan's eyes darkened. 10 bands dropped on another girl in 2 hours, but only 3 or 4,000 on her over 2 whole months. Just here for the vibes, huh? Liu Ruyan had always been super confident. Even if she did him dirty today, she figured she could just sweet talk him off stream, and it'd be fine. Yi Chen would never leave her. She was certain. Yi Chen wasn't the biggest whale in her chat, but he only ever tipped her. He was a loyal boss who stuck around since her debut, but now, where the money goes, the heart goes. Staring at the leaderboard in Leng Qingqiu's stream, she started to panic. Why are you AFK? Hurry up, the enemy is invading. Chu Yi's annoyed voice snapped from her phone. Oh my bad, I lagged. Liu Ruyan finally realized. Her own game had already started. Lang Qingqiu watched the effects completely take over her screen, speechless for a long time. Finally, she stammered, "I know this one. 3-0 each. Gigay, did you misclick? Had a good time playing. It's for you." The emotional value this puppy unconsciously provided was genuinely addictive. Plus, I was tired and too lazy to go hunt for other 8-point girls. Besides, I'd never dropped gifts like this before. Might as well enjoy the show and play the sugar daddy role to the fullest. Had a good time playing. It's for you. The woman, still lurking in Lang Qingqiu's stream, paused her hands. Her smite was a split second late. The red buff went straight to the enemy jungler, who flashed a toxic taunt emote overhead. Sorry, Liu Ruyan was so mad she could laugh. I left the stream, tabbed it to WeChat, opened my wallet, selected my bank card, and typed in a $60 top-up. Seriously typed in my password. Waited a second or two. The balance updated to 563.68, even though I already confirmed the system was real. Seeing the actual cash sitting right there in my pocket was the only thing that completely put my mind at ease. For once, I didn't stay up late stalking Liu Ruyan's stream. I slept like a baby. Woke up at 11 a.m. That was the earliest I'd woken up in a while. Brushed my teeth. Habitually opened the fridge to heat up a stale bun. Stopped for half a second and facepalm. Total broke boy mentality. Checked my balance to verify the numbers again. In a great mood, I ordered a bowl of handmade stone-milled rice noodles. Delivery arrived fast. I slurped my noodles while summoning the system. The holographic blue screen expanded before my eyes. Billionaire system. Daily limit, $10. Auto-deposited at midnight to hosts. Bank account. Funds strictly reserved for subjects. With an aesthetic rating of 8/10, all expenditures yield a 1/1 cashback. Clearing a 10-day milestone. Grants 1 mystery box pull. Current pulls available. 1 new, so I'm really making 10 bands a day now. I picked up a massive chunk of beef. Slurped the silky noodles. And took a bite of the perfectly fried golden egg. Haven't had a proper meal like this in ages. I was so blissed out my eyes half closed. Yesterday I was too blinded by the cold hard cash. I thought I remembered getting a gacha pull as a reward. Mentally commanded, draw. 3 bouncing mystery boxes popped up on the screen, practically begging me to open them. A reward that usually takes a 10-day streak. Couldn't be trash. As a modern guy addicted to touchscreens, I reached out to tap one. Next second, a loud bang bang banged at the door. No, this guy was basically smashing my door down, followed by a middle-aged man's obnoxious shouting. "You cook in the morning and don't even clean up. And you call yourself a college student? Got zero manners." I frowned and opened the door. I literally just ordered takeout. Go ask the other roommate. "Little Yi, why are you still capping? I just saw you go to the kitchen and open the fridge. Don't believe me? Look." I stepped aside slightly. The middle-aged man peeked in, saw the half-eaten delivery food on my table, and finally bought it. Didn't even apologize. Just kept yapping. "Don't even know what you're doing locked in your room all day. None of your damn business." I couldn't be bothered with him, and slammed the door hard, almost catching his face. He jumped back, startled, and started cursing again. "Little punk, what's with the attitude?" I yanked the door open, grabbed a pair of scissors, and said darkly, "Say one more word, I dare you." My uncut hair from the past few months covered my eye. Standing at 180 pounds right in front of this scrawny dude, I actually looked pretty psycho. The guy shut up immediately, too scared to squeak, and scurried back to his room. I thought to myself, I definitely can't keep living here. So, I started browsing apartment hunting apps. Randomly selected the middle one. System pinged. "Oh, billionaire system. Congratulations on acquiring $5 million. Fully furnished 76 SQM, 2-bedroom apartment in Jufang, Yuan. Purchase funds have been deposited to your card." I pinched myself so hard, trying to hold back a scream. Am I dreaming? S-City is a top-tier coastal tech hub. Housing prices are top 3 in the whole country. I never even hallucinated owning property here. Jufang, Yuan. Less than 500 meters from my university, SUN. Because it's a newer build with great layouts and a super aesthetic environment. The smaller units are perfect for singles or couples. It attracts a ton of rich students who hate the dorms to buy or rent there. It's literally known as the rich kids' dorm of SU. The system just dropped $5 on me to buy a house. Amidst the hype, I managed to keep a shred of sanity. It suddenly hit me, thinking, just transferring this massive amount of money directly to me, won't the IRS have questions? Am I gonna get audited? The system has seamlessly fabricated the host's background. Funds are sourced as an inheritance from a distant overseas relative. Post-tax inheritance is disbursed by a trust fund, fully legal and compliant. First time an emotionless voice ever made me feel this safe. I asked again, how do I know which apartment I'm supposed to buy? Hosts must discover independently. Okay, system is still that cold, robotic system. As a Gen Z, my first instinct was to scour the major real estate apps, filtering by the complex name, Jufang Yayuan, 2-bedroom 76 SQM, and the price range. Filtered through them, one by one, but sadly, totally ghosted. I was feeling pretty bummed, but thinking about the $5 million in my account, I instantly respawned with full HP. Decided to clean up a bit this afternoon and hit up a real estate agency. Opened my busted, peeling wardrobe. Just baggy tees and plus-size pants. Dug around and barely managed to pick 2 half-decent pieces to throw on. Opened Uber. Set the drop-off to a highly rated real estate agency I just looked up nearby. Once in the car, watching the bustling street and crazy traffic, I felt kinda spaced out. For half a month, besides taking out the trash, I literally never left my building. Total basement dweller energy. Seeing the outside world felt super weird. The moment I walked in, the central AC blasted me awake. Lots of aesthetic plants. Staff all dripped out in suits. A young guy, looking barely older than me, came up to greet me. He didn't even flinch at my hobo fit. Sat me down and poured me a hot tea. Sir, what kind of apartment are you looking to rent? It wasn't him looking down on me. It's just that I looked super young and gave off heavy broke boy vibes. Definitely didn't look like a buyer. So, they sent the rookie to deal with a renter like me. I didn't mind. Read his name tag and said deadpan, G Boda. I'm actually looking to buy. Got any 2 bedrooms in Jufang Yayuan? Preferably fully furnished and move-in ready. I speed ran the script I practiced in my head on the way over, and instantly felt relieved. Like I just cleared a quest. G Boda lagged for like 2 seconds, then instantly locked in his customer service face. But he couldn't hide the hype. Bro had been grinding for 3 months, and finally spawned a client who actually wanted to buy. A rare spawn indeed. Just call me Little G. Hold on one sec. I'll pull up the best listings for you right now. G Boda was so hyped his voice literally cracked. The veteran agent saw this and secretly laughed. Too green. Thinking a showing equals a closed deal. G Boda wasn't totally delusional though. Just treating it as a good practice run. He brought an iPad and broke it down for me. Jufang Yayuan listings are super rare. Nobody wants to sell. But your timing is insane. We just got this listing yesterday. Hasn't even hit the market yet. Check it out, 16th floor. God tier view. You can see the ocean from the master bedroom. Only 2 units per floor. 2 beds, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, 2 baths. The interior is insanely aesthetic. Central AC in every room, even the bathroom. All furniture is included. You just need to buy a washer, fridge, TV, and basic appliances. And you can literally move in today. It perfectly matches your vibe. The owner built it as a coming-of-age gift for his son. But the son is studying abroad and ghosted the idea of coming back. So they're trying to sell. It's been finished for a year or 2, completely untouched. So the formaldehyde is fully aired out. G Boda looked at this apartment like he was more obsessed with it than I was. His hype was naturally contagious. Look at this walkthrough video. Custom cream white furniture throughout. Pastel green French, vintage, aesthetic, super fresh and cute vibe. Very soft girl aesthetic. It's literally a dream house. But I gotta give you a heads up on one thing. Though I don't think it's an L. The 7 square meter master bath was converted into a walk-in closet. It can hold over 200 fits. It's perfect for a trendy young guy like you. But if you hate it, We can always flip it back to a bathroom. Jiboda quickly added, looking at the pics and vids on the iPad. I was already madly in love, but I kept my cool. What's the owner's asking price? 5 million. Jiboda nervously checked my reaction. The price definitely isn't cheaple. But since it was a gift for his son, the owner went all out. Top-tier materials everywhere. Seamless tile flooring. Custom furniture cost nearly 900k alone. Just that walk-in closet cost 80k to build. My heart was doing backflips. 5 mil. I had a massive hunch. This was the exact house the system spawned for me. Are you free right now? I can take you for a tour. Jiboda said confidently. He knew any guy who saw this place in person would immediately fold. No need. Contact the owner right now. He covers the transfer fees, 5 million flatten. Not a penny more or less. All cash. If he's down, I'll sign the contract right now. I said it, deadpan. Jiboda was totally shook. Who drops bags on a house this casually? Sight unseen. Full asking price. All cash. This isn't 500 bucks. It's 5 million. He low-key thought I was trolling. But looking at my dead serious face and absolute confidence, it finally clicked for Jiboda. After eating ramen for 3 months, was he actually about to secure the bag? Hold on, I'll call the owner right now. He fought the urge to physically jump for joy and ran back to his desk to make the call. Sellers usually price high, just to leave room for buyers to haggle. So, hearing I wasn't haggling, as long as he covered the transfer fees. Plus, Jiboda hyping up how serious I was. The owner thought about it and instantly agreed. They set a time to meet, iron out the details, and sign the contract. Jiboda returned to the VIP room, with stars in his eyes. But the scene in front of him made him see red. A tall woman was currently chatting me up. Her tight business suit buffed her 710 looks into a solid 8. Seeing Jiboda, the woman smirked. Little Da, you're back. You're totally new and don't know the ropes yet. Why didn't you tag me in? What if you mess up young Master Yi's showing? Jiboda was fresh out of college. He'd been acting all tough and professional for me. But, seeing her try to snake his deal, he finally cracked. He burst into tears. While sobbing, he stubbornly defended himself. I stay up late every night studying the listings. I know for a fact my presentation was flawless. Seeing little Da Kriya, the woman's smirk grew wider. She thought she had the double in the bag. Little Da, go out and clean yourself up. Crying in front of a VIP client? Have some class? She leaned in slightly, angling herself to show off her best assets. I'm so sorry, young Master Yi. Little Da is fresh out of school, 0 experience. Sorry you had to see that. I'll be taking over your case from here. Here's my card. Hit me up whenever you need anything. I read the room instantly, trying to steal his deal with a basic honey trap. The heavy hint in her last sentence. Her voice wasn't even touching Lururian's level. Did she really think she was a baddie? I glanced at the glowing number over her hairspray helmet head. 7-1. I cringed so hard, I physically shuddered. The system forcing me to drop bags on hot girls is one thing. But I still have standards. I'm not blowing cash on just anyone. I'm definitely not desperate enough for her. Being in a bad mood makes me toxic. And when I'm toxic, I really like to let my inner demon out. I said darkly, how is your communication this bad? Swapping agents around is just wasting my time. Pointing at Jiboda, just you. You done with the call? Can we sign or what? If not, I'm dipping. Jiboda was immediately regretting crying. Not only did he fumble the bag, he also pissed off the company's top closer. He was super depressed, already thinking about quitting. Hearing my toxic outburst, he actually lit up through his tears. He wiped his face and pushed past the suit lady. Young Master Yi, I got it sorted. The seller accepted your offer. We can meet tomorrow to hash out the contract. Whenever you're free. All right? Tomorrow, at 3 p.m. then. I nodded. Wait, why the rush? Forgot we have to do things by the book. Verify his funds first. Could just be a broke boy flexing. Don't end up playing yourself. Don't say I didn't warn you. The suit lady said sarcastically. Jiboda was triggered. The company did have a proof of funds rule, but that was only for ultra-luxury mansions. How could he say that out loud? Saying it would make it sound like he was mocking my multi-million purchase as not being worthy of a background check. The suit lady, seeing she couldn't snake the deal, and feeling embarrassed, bet on him being too shy to clap back, so she got toxical, trying to stir the pot. I gave the suit lady a side-eye, scoffed, and casually opened my phone. After Face ID verified my bank app, I showed it to Boda. Is this enough? I yanked the phone back right as the suit lady tried to pee. Mind your own business. After the suit lady stormed off looking super salty, Boda was practically crying tears of joy. He kept spamming apologies, then kept saying sorry, not your fault. I said, not caring at all. I was secretly super smug, greasy mid-chick. You really think you're worthy of my bag? Boda walked me out of the agency. Checked the time, not even 4 p.m. yet. Turned down Boda's offer to drive me home. I decided to do some shopping. I grabbed a taxi and headed to the nearest mall. Right as I got out, the insane smell of fresh baking hit me. It was a bakery called City Bakery. The aesthetic was super cozy. Pushed the door open, and the smell was even richer. Warm lighting hit all the different pastries and breeds, looking mad tempting. Grabbed a tray, picked up an Earl Grey cream bun, a black bean and pine nut, ciabatta, and a pistachio flat croissant. The names sounded so premium. Never had them before. Figured I'd use them for a midnight snack and tomorrow's breakfast. Right as I was about to pay, the worker brought out fresh egg tarts and canapés. She hyped them up so much, I got one of each. Just these 5 things cost $176. Literally had me shook. Silently pulled out my payment code. It's fine. It doesn't hurt. We got the bag now. If you don't refrigerate the bread, eat it within a day. If refrigerated, 3 days. But the tart is best eaten hot to get that perfect texture. The cannelé is crispy on the outside and soft inside once it cools. Super delicious. The cute cashier girl in a pink apron said with a smile while bagging my stuff. I always feel like bakery workers are just so sweet and soft-spoken. I kept a straight face, but my ears were red, just nodding blindly. This was the first time since getting the system that I saw an ATT girl in real life. Yep, the cashier girl had a system rating of 8/1, but I felt like I could still only tip streamers. If I told this girl right now I'd give her 10 bands, she'd probably think I'm total creep. I thought to myself. Plus, I didn't have the balls to do it. I walked and opened the warm egg tart, took a bite, super tender. The filling was insanely thick, definitely worth the $19. There happened to be a Haidilao nearby. The staff at the door hyped me up and welcomed me. Figured it was dinner time anyway, so I decided on Haidilao. It was my first time eating here. I was literally shook by their service. Sat down and they brought an apron to prevent splashing, hot towels, and free fruit. Knowing I was a first-timer, the server eagerly gave me Rex. After checking my vibe with flavors, they suggested a 4-grid pot, since I was alone. 2 grids of water, 1 tomato, 1 spicy. Saved me a solid few bucks. Also recommended the signature shrimp paste, crispy tripe, and beef rolls, all in half portions. Once the tomato soup boiled, they skimmed the foam. I mixed a bowl of celery, beef bits, and tomato soup. The taste was absolutely fire. To stop me from feeling awkward eating alone, they even put a massive Haidilao plushie across from me. Once I said I didn't want to be bothered, they left me alone. Truly a W for introverts. Just silently vibing and happy. Spent over 500 today. Balance is 90, plus the tank daily limit that hasn't hit yet. That's 19 total. And I'm about to own a $5 million house. Doing the math as a broke boy who just secured the bag, I felt like I was floating on a cloud. Just completely weightless. So happy it felt fake. That night, laying in bed, after a shower, eating my $59 cannelé, I opened TikTok. Dozens of DMs instantly flooded in. Streamers sending me generic sweet talk, and haters flaming me for flexing. Since when was I rich enough to get haters there? Swiping through TikTok streams for like 10 minutes. Couldn't find a single 8-point girl that matched my vibe. Why wasn't that girl Lang Ching Chigu streaming? Speak of the devil. WeChat notification ping. Lang Ching Chiu. Gege, are you gaming today? Yi Chen. Sure. You're not streaming. Leng Qingqiu. I secured the funds, so I can't be bothered to stream. I logged off right after we played yesterday. Turns out she's about to start college. Leng Qingqiu wanted to buy a gaming PC. When her parents heard it cost 10 bands just to play games, they instantly capped her budget at 5K, so she figured she'd start a stream, do some boosting, and see if she could grind for the rest. Leng Qingqiu. Gege, you dropped tank on me yesterday. Can I cash out half of that? My dad gave me 50, plus my own savings. It's totally enough now. No need to stream anymore. She sent a voice note. Gege, you dropped 10 bands, and we barely played. Don't worry, whatever rank I am from now on, you will be too. We'll both be top-tier flexers. I literally laughed out loud. Being genuine is really the ultimate riz. This younger girl is way better than those older women. Gege has some extra cash and likes to flex. I said yesterday it was a gift, so it's a gift. Go live right now, hurry. A few minutes later, welcome Gege to the stream. Next second the screen was exploding with effects again. Level 33, Yi Chen, gifted Carnival X3. Starry Night X38. Level 33, Yi Chen upgraded to level 35. 3 Carnivals was 9, 0, 38. Starry Nights was 118. Just a tiny bit over 10K, perfectly maximizing the daily limit. Even if Leng Qingqiu matched my vibe, I didn't want to blow my own personal funds. Liu Ruyan's alt account had followed Leng Qingqiu, so she got the notification. She clicked into the stream just in time to see the massive gift effects. Wait, Gege, why are you dropping bags again? Leng Qingqiu sounded kinda panicked. Just dropping some stars. Staring at her screen, Liu Ruyan was grinding her teeth in rage. Gay, log in quick. Leng Qingqiu playfully complained. You always tease me. I'm the type who's a smooth talker online, but massively socially awkward in real life. But with someone as energetic and innocent as Leng Qingqiu, I just had the urge to tease her. A 10-band drop instantly pushed Leng Qingqiu's concurrent viewers to almost 10. Her followers also jumped to over 300. I still pick Yao for the first game. As usual, hit level 4, then hopped on Yao's head. In a 20-star lobby like this, teammates usually don't say much after seeing Yao's provincial badge. But this game, the ADS were one voting, and our Gongsun Li got solo killed. He started raging hard. Gongsun Li, what the hell is our jungler doing? Who picks Yao in this elo? Before I could even type to flame him back for getting soloed. Trash, you dying has nothing to do with Yale. Gongsun Li, oh, you're so good? Then go on F5. I'm done, I'm going AFK. Same difference with, or without you. Gao Jianli, bros, stop flaming. I'm rotating down to help. The mid laner really wanted to win. Cleared his wave and went bot. Found an opening. Pinged to attack. Ulted in, only to realize he was alone. Zhao Jianli killed Do Gongsun Li, level 6, alive. Gao Jianli, if you just stepped up once that kill was literally yours. Li Jian, this guy is trolling on purpose. Stop ganking his lane. I had just finished my bread while sitting on Leng Qingqiu's head. Finally freed up my hands to type. Yao, I'm just playing support. You can't carry but you sure can feed. Thought you were going AF. Why are you still moving? Scared of getting reported. Why are you so soft? Can't even sacrifice a few credit score points. Getting solo killed is just your destiny. I get it. I was only gonna flame people today, but I'll spare you. Gao Jianli, good roast bro. I totally respect that DPS. Spammed like 7 or 8 messages and the ADC didn't reply. Opened the scoreboard, and sure enough, Gongsun Li's mic icon was flashing. Didn't even need to listen to know it was pure toxic trash. I hit the one-click report. System has detected player Tang Dingzhen engaging in severe verbal abuse. Deducted 10 credit score points. Muted for 560 hours. Muted for how long? What a loser. Honestly, we weren't even in game chat. Must be pretty lonely, raging to himself. Next second, Gongsun Li sprinted into the enemy tower and fed. Respawned and just stood in base. El Meo. This guy actually lost his mind from rage. I was just enjoying the drama, probably. A player like him is better off AFK anyway. Lang Qingqiu confidently said, "We'll win faster without him." Right then she took me to camp the enemy jungle, in the red buff bush. It's the only path for the enemy mid to rotate. Sure enough, a sneaky dodgy walked up, probably didn't expect anyone to camp this hard. Face-checked the bush, and got jumped by 2 fully grown men. Scared her so bad she flashed backwards. Lang Qingqiu dropped a buttery smooth combo, and took the kill. After that, we kept appearing out of nowhere in different bushes, just farming their carries. Made sure they only ever had 4 players alive for team fights. Took their inhib at 10 minutes. Pushed the Nexus at 12 minutes. Boom, 10-game win streak secured. Meanwhile, Liu Ruyan wasn't doing carry sessions today. She was boosting accounts with other grinders in her guild. A massive defeat popped up on her screen. The ADC on her team wanted to say something, but, remembering she was live, just sent a text. "You're playing off today. Take a break, Yanner. This account I took needs a high win rate." Liu Ruyan didn't reply, just closed the game. Said a quick bye to the stream, and logged off. Pulled out a cheap $1 plastic lighter. Click. Liu Ruyan's real name is Liu Ruyan. She has thin lips, a pale lip color. Placed a lit cigarette between them. She had that cold, unbothered look. Her usually unapproachable, pretty face now showed a hint of confusion. She didn't understand what she was even doing. One was a trust fund kid with some pocket money, but not yet financially independent. The other was a mega whale dropping tens of thousands. Ruyan initially just wanted to stream part-time. To secure the bag, she wanted money, so of course she chose the richer option, Chuyi. But now, it was obvious she gambled and lost. Yi Chen was way richer than she thought. She spent the whole night lurking in Lang Qingqiu's stream, torturing herself by listening to her tomboyish voice. Watching him drop massive gifts, without blinking. He was just so casual with it. It felt like that Lang Qingqiu girl was being played like a fiddle. Why did Yi Chen hide his wealth? To test her. Well, he got his answer. She really wasn't a good person. She was just after his money anyway. Just another e-girl selling smiles online. Liu Ruyan laughed at herself. Wecha, ping. It was a text from Chu Yi. "I'm flying to your city for a trip next week. Let's hang out." The bag really isn't that easy to secure. Liu Ruyan glanced at it, and tossed her phone aside. She was pretty and young. She had guys simping for her. Walking down the street, rich guys would ask for her wecha. Even older men would drop heavy hints. But, thinking back to when she was 10, how her mom bagged a sugar daddy on it, abandoned her husband and kid, and disappeared completely, it just made Ruyan sick. Her mother was drop-dead gorgeous, and super tall. Otherwise she couldn't have bagged a whale. Ruyan looked exactly like her. But, she swore never to be like that woman. She didn't want to use her body as a cheat code for some short-term gains. At first, everything was fine. Her dad grinded for money. She grinded at school, stayed at the top of her class. Poor, but happy. But, it didn't last. To pay for her tuition, her dad worked 2 jobs. One night, coming home exhausted, he tumbled down the stairs, ended up paralyzed from the waist down, unable to afford the insane medical and rehab bills. She had to drop out of high school early. Now she's also working 2 jobs. Construction site by day, streaming and boosting accounts by night, even pushing herself to the absolute limit. She's still barely surviving. The rehab costs were just too high. She wanted to give her dad the best care. Did she really have to sell her body in the end? Become the very person she hated most? In just 3 days. Chu Yi had already hinted multiple times for her to send pics or video call. She brushed him off every single time. This contrast made Liu Ruyan regret her choices even more. Yi Chen had been with her for 2 months since her debut. He never once made any out-of-pocket demands. Playing with him, she actually felt relaxed. These past few days, while gaming, lurking in that other stream, watching Yi Chen joke around with another girl, she was super tilted. Her gameplay was totally trash. Chu Yi and her teammates were already getting annoyed. She could feel Chu Yi losing patience. If she rejected his request to meet up IRL this time, she had a feeling she'd definitely lose this whale. If it really had to come to this, actually selling her body. If she swallowed her pride and crawled back to Yi Shen. Would he take her back? From their time together, she could tell Yi Chen was low-key into her. Liu Ruyan sighed. She needed money. She loved money. Who doesn't? Making money isn't embarrassing. No money, no degree, all she had left was her young, energetic body. Liu Ruyan let out a cold laugh, crushed the cigarette, opened her pinned WeChat chat, and sent a voice note. Yi Chen, why haven't you come to see me? I've been waiting for you forever. Her tone was soft, sweet, and totally flirty. She always knew how to use her assets. Like I had the time to care about Liu Ruyan. Today is my third day with the system. At 20 years old, I'm about to own my very own apartment. And in the ultra-expensive S-City, no less. I got ready. In a great mood, just radiating positive energy. Even the chubby face squished in the mirror. Even looked kinda handsome. Arrived at the housing bureau, 10 minutes early. Didn't expect the owners, a couple, to be there even earlier. When the agent, Ji Boda, introduced me as the buyer, they both looked a bit shook. I mean, I literally look like a kid. Hello, young Master Yi. We're so glad you're interested in our apartment. But are you sure you don't want to see it in person first? The middle-aged woman asked politely, hearing from Ji Boda that I hadn't even toured it and was dropping full cash. They were low-key, worried it was a scam. If Ji Boda hadn't sworn up and down and verified my funds, they probably wouldn't have even shown up. It's all good. I saw the pics and vids. No questions here. Let's just sign. I replied. This specific apartment had the perfect timing, price, and size. I firmly believe this was the exact place the system spawned for me. The woman was secretly gagged. They were multi-millionaires themselves. But even they wouldn't drop bags on real estate in S-City like they were buying groceries. This was 5 million cash, upfront. After signing, transferring the funds, and completing the deed transfer, the middle-aged man said softly, selling this place to you, young Master Yi, gives me peace of mind, since it was originally a gift for my son. I spent months on the design. My wife was always there managing the renovation. The tiles, the furniture. We made countless trips to the market. This apartment really has a lot of our heart and soul in it. The woman nodded, with a subtle hint of pride in her voice. My husband is a designer. I really love the aesthetic. Don't plan on changing anything for now. The man's tone softened even more. That's truly an honor. With that, they got up to say goodbye. The woman picked up her clutch. They looked at each other. This normally cold, distant woman looked at her husband with eyes so incredibly soft. They really had a good thing going. I zoned out watching them leave. In my memories, my mom never looked at my dad like that. Maybe because she'd been a high school teacher for too long. She always had that strict, authoritarian, my way or the highway vibe. While my dad, basically a stay-at-home husband, was always so timid over the stupidest things. Never voiced his own opinions. Now I own a 2-bedroom apartment, and I'm pulling in 10K a day. Would that change my dad's mindset? Would he choose me? I shook my head, not feeling confident about it. Decided to stop thinking about things that kill my vibe. This agency was insanely efficient. Got the certificate right then and there, holding the fresh red booklet. The gold-stamped property ownership certificate was almost blinding. These past few days, everything felt so unreal. But now that string of zeros in my bank app turned into something heavy and solid in my hands. I turned down Ji Boda's offer to accompany me. He thoughtfully hailed me a cab anyway, smiling brightly. Congrats on the new place, young Master Ye. If you need anything else, just hit me up. Jiufang Yayuan, Building 6, 16th floor. I stepped out of the elevator and quickly spotted my door on the right. The light green door was fresh, but still gave off a premium vibe. Punched in the code on the smart lock. The 3SQM entryway had a built-in shoe cabinet. The cubbies inside were all different sizes. Perfect for everything from tall boots to slides. Could easily hold like 30 pairs. The top of the cabinet was great for small decor. To the left of the entrance was the bathroom. Dry-wet separation. A smart toilet, and even a bathtub and an LED mirror. The vanity was a fresh avocado green, matching the half wall of pastel pink and green patterned tiles. The whole vibe was super vibrant. The living room had huge floor-to-ceiling windows, with a clear view of the SU campus. Soft sheer curtains hung on the sides. keeping it private but still letting all the natural light in. He walked into the kitchen. Custom, matcha-colored cabinets, with solid quartz countertops, already had an ultra-slim range hood installed, and a spot left open for a dishwasher. I pulled out my phone and jotted down a shopping list. Fridge, washer, dishwasher, robot vacuum, plants. Next up was the master bedroom, the most hyped part. The main light was a floral crystal chandelier, matching the rest of the house. Just a bit smaller with a slightly different design. It had a balcony, with a crazy open view. You could literally see the ocean on the horizon. G. Boda was right. No guy could see this place in person and turn it down. It was getting close to dinner time. I planned to hit up the mega mall nearby for food and cop some essentials. While I was at it, after eating, I bought a tank washer-dryer combo, 2 sets of summer bedding, pajamas, imported scented body wash sets, plus some snacks and random daily necessities. Total damage, $26K. And that was only after I frantically logged in and dropped a mega gift on a random cute streamer. Otherwise, my card would have declined. My heart hurt paying that much, but remembering I'd make it all back in less than 3 days, I instantly recovered. Scheduled the technicians to come in 2 days to install the washer and dryer. Dropped off the rest of the haul at the new place. Then headed back to my old rental. Figured I'd wait a couple of days, stack some more cash, buy literally everything I needed, and then officially move in. Life needs a little aesthetic ritual. I wanted everything in the new house to be brand new. After a shower, wearing my fresh-smelling pajamas, sleeping on fresh-smelling sheets, laying in a $5 million apartment, I couldn't even imagine how good my life was about to be. Over the next few days, Liu Ruyan sent me voice notes religiously. It went from once a day to morning and night, then to morning, noon and night without fail, slowly testing my boundaries. Seeing I hadn't blocked her, Liu Ruyan was secretly thrilled, even a little smug. Not blocked means I don't hate her. Not hating her means she still has a chance. But after 2 or 3 days of being left on read, even someone as confident as Liu Ruyan was getting anxious. Watching my TikTok account level keep climbing, knowing I was out dropping bags on other women. She was fuming and panicking. She just got back from the construction site, peeled off her sweaty clothes and got in the shower. Working 2 jobs was genuinely brutal. Plus, she had a mission tonight. So she decided to take a night off and skip streaming. Next up, she watched mirror selfie tutorials and awkwardly practiced in front of her mirror. Picked the best shot, opened WeChat, set the privacy to only visible to him, and deadpan tapped post. Only her bright red ears betrayed how she was really feeling. After silently waiting a few minutes, her Moments tab finally popped a red notification badge. Clicked it. Amen. Yi Chen. A few minutes ago. Since Lang Qingqiu was busy and wasn't streaming, I was bored out of my mind hunting for a new streamer to tip. Scrolling through my Moments, an insanely striking photo popped up on my feed. Under dim, warm lighting, long, slender fingers gripping a phone. You could only see a sharp jawline and tightly pressed lips. It gave off this untouchable, unbothered vibe. But taking up most of the screen was the lower half, showing off toned, honey-colored abs. The sheer visual impact at first glance was enough to make anyone blush. Looking at it, not only was I intrigued, I was also grinding my teeth. So annoying. Liu Ruyan had been constantly thirst-trapping me for 4 or 5 days straight. I listened to the voice notes, but left the messages on read, basically just freeloading the attention. About how Liu Ruyan acted before. At first I was literally mad enough to commit murder. But maybe it's because I'm rich now. Got the billionaire system, got a $5 million apartment. Every day I watch cute girls play games and hype me up. And tipping a baddie nets me a guaranteed tank a day. My whole mindset shifted. I actually started treating them like NPCs for my entertainment. But one is a boss. One is a booster. It's purely transactional. So it's fine that Liu Ruyan wants to suck up to the richer boss. That's understandable. People are just like that. When I was simping for her, hyping her up, eating ramen just to buy her gifts, she was always blowing hot and cold. But now that I got the bag, acting all toxic, she's practically throwing herself at me. I totally saw through what kind of person she was. Even though she tried to rizz me up with voice notes every day, I was firmly committed to not dropping a single dime. But the moment I saw that photo on Moments, I folded. This toxic baddie was messing with my head. If it wasn't for the billionaire system, I would have 100% thought it was a catfish pic. But even though she's toxic, her looks were system verified at 833. Plus, those hands. I'd been watching them play for 2 months. No cap, it was definitely Liu Ruyan herself. I was torn. If I forgave her just like that, wouldn't she get a big head? I thought for a second. Whatever, it's not like we're dating. I posted a comment. Anyone who knows what's up is already in my DMs. Liu Ruyan's heart was racing, but seeing this comment, she immediately relaxed. She couldn't help but feel a bit smug. Men, so easy to manipulate. She sent a voice note, acting all innocent. You're really hard to please. Yi Chen, you're such a tease. You are day PG. Are you not satisfied? A person's boundaries are broken down, step by step. Liu Ruyan completely forgot the embarrassment of shaving her body hair earlier. She only felt the thrill and excitement of finally catching me. So this is how Yi Chen treats his favorite streamers. He totally deserves the bag. I only said that to humble her. But, thinking about the pic, she probably sent it to a bunch of guys. The more I thought about it, the madder I got. I was fuming like a husband who just got cheated on. Cursing under my breath, dealing with Liu Ruyan. I just couldn't control my toxic thoughts. Liu Ruyan froze. Her excitement vanished instantly. Her heart sank. She pressed her lips tightly together and sent another voice note. Liu Ruyan, believe it or not, I didn't show anyone else. Moments, screenshot JPG. Yi Chen, oh, so, what's the point of showing me? Liu Ruyan just went all in. Seeing you drop bags on other women, it makes me salty. I laughed. I sent a voice note back. You think one photo is gonna make me come back and simp for you? I'm scared if I drop cash you'll just mute me again. That'd be a massive L for me. Bringing that up definitely made her feel guilty. She gritted her teeth, and like she had nothing left to lose. So what do you want? Video call. Let me see your face. I don't simp for busted girls. Liu Ruyan was stunned for a second. She felt relieved, but also weirdly disappointed. She thought I was asking for something else. Did I sound like I was trolling? Seems like she was tired of my toxic attitude. Liu Ruyan instantly sent a video call request. I turned off my camera, waited a few seconds, then casually picked up. Definitely lived up to the 823 rating. Her face card was crazy. Super pretty. The best part was her high nose bridge. Deep-set eyes. Thick, black hair. It wasn't that trendy, innocent soft girl aesthetic. Because her skin wasn't super pale, she looked a bit raw. Very striking and aggressive beauty. If I met a baddie of this level, in real life, being socially awkward, I'd only dare to sneak a glance when she wasn't looking. But, right now, we're online. I didn't even turn my camera on, so I just unabashedly stared her down, over and over. Liu Ruyan looked down, head slightly bowed, saying nothing. After a couple of minutes, her ears were burning red. She finally couldn't take it and looked up. You done staring? I could hear the slight arrogance in her voice. I kinda knew how she operated, and was worried she'd actually snap if I pushed too far. Not bad. Took a screenshot. I am hanging up. Go live. Liu Ruyan started her stream. Viewers started trickling in. She knew what I was about to do. But wasn't this her goal all along? She told herself to stop overthinking it. Strawberry cream. Didn't you say you were taking the day off? Little pudding. Yes. Let's go. Got my entertainment for the night. While the chat was still asking questions, I started dropping bags. Level 37. Yi Chen gifted Romantic Train X4 Tour at 400 a pop. That's $20 total. Dropping a full tank on Liu Ruyan. I didn't think she deserved it. Plus, if I inflated her ego right now, how was I supposed to slowly take control of the situation? Just as I was about to dip, a flashy comment hovered over the screen. That's the VIP effect for level 40 users. Level 40. Chu Yi. Was wondering why you've been so cold lately? Guess you hooked this simp back in. Should I leave then? Windy. Oh, snap. Are they gonna fight again? Chu Yi leveled up again in just a few days. Xiaxia Molishen has deep pockets too. Just dropped 4 romantic trains. Dandelion. $20. These two aren't even in the same league, okay? Chu Yi is level 40. He's dropped 80 kaka. Yi Chen is level 37. Looks close, but he's only dropped 40 ki. That's literally double the amount. Liu Ruan frowned. This dandelion guy is such a troll, always being toxic. With a flick of her finger, she kicked him out of the stream. Liu Ruan figured. Ignoring Chu Yi's DMs these past few days would have given him the hint. We're all adults, no need to make it awkward. Didn't expect Chu Yi to still be so obsessed. Actually showing up the second she went live. Since she'd chosen her target, she couldn't waver now. Liu Ruyan unmuted her mic. Thanks for the gifts, Yi Chen. And thanks to Boss Chu for the support lately. Catch you around. This was basically telling Chu Yi to kick rocks. Pretty much the same thing. 0 attempt to get him to stay. Chu Yi? Wow. Don't flatter yourself. Acting all high and mighty. Won't even send a pic. Who knows what kind of busted face you have. Yi Chen, you dare to PK against my main streamer. Some rich guys and girls will call their favorite main streamer that they heavily support their main. It was obvious. Chu Yi hadn't dropped that much on Liu Ruyan, but his level kept going up, meaning he was definitely dropping heavy bags on his main. Boss, this is lame. I'm a gaming streamer. I don't do PKs. Liu Ruyan frowned and texted me privately. Yi Chen, just ignore him. I wasn't even planning to stream today anyway. Chu Yi. Yi Chen is shook. That $20. Did you have to starve for a few days just to save up for it? Billionaire system. Phase 1 random quest unlocking in 5 minutes. Host must spend 990k within 10 minutes to receive 100% cashback. Quest funds have been deposited to your bank account. The system's cold voice suddenly rang out. I focused my eyes. Talk about perfect timing. Someone's literally begging to get clapped. It'd be rude not to oblige. Fight him. Liu Ruyan was stunned. I dropped this in the public chat, showing absolute confidence. She went with the flow and agreed. Less than 2 minutes later, Gu Nianqi wasn't a gaming streamer. She was a beauty streamer. She was pretty used to doing PK battles. She didn't have a massive following, around 60k to 70k. But compared to Liu Ruyan's few thousand followers, her stats looked way better. Internally, Gu Nianqi was heavily disgusted. Back when she only had a few thousand followers, she met Chu Yi. Chu Yi definitely helped her a lot, and dropped bags on her without hesitation. But it wasn't a free ride. They'd only known each other for a week, and Chu Yi was already demanding video calls. Her face card definitely never declined, and her streams started popping off. But she could never retain any other whales, because Chu Yi was way too possessive. He loved starting beef with her other big spenders. Chu Yi always acted like her #1 sugar daddy, and her fans knew it too. Some even shipped them together. She didn't dare cut ties with Chu Yi. First, she was scared. Fans would think she was a snake, and she'd lose followers. Second, she genuinely couldn't predict what this psycho would do. This psycho treated her like his personal property, completely ignoring her feelings. Like with this PK. He said she had to PK some small streamer he was eyeing, and she had to blindly obey like a dog. Yeah, Chu Yi loved tipping small streamers and flirting with them. At first, Gu Nianqi would get mad and jealous, but later on, she just watched coldly. She even prayed someone would just take this psycho off her hands. Predictably, he fumbled this new girl, and was now throwing a tantrum. But, whatever, the PK money was going to her anyway. She just treated it as compensation for her mental distress. Gu Nianqi got her emotions in check, greeted the opposite streamer, and locked in a 10-minute PK. Right as it started, Chu Yi dropped a $10 rocket on Gu Nianqi just to test the waters. Liu Ruyan's progress bar was instantly squashed to 0. The system's random quest still had 2 minutes before it started, so I just chilled and did nothing. Liu Ruyan's fans started panicking, spamming the chat and rushing me. As the seconds ticked by, Liu Ruyan's fans were literally losing their minds. They started at Nji everyone in their group chat to crowdfund it. But they didn't have any actual whales. Their funds were tiny, and they had basically zero experience with PK battles. Totally clueless. A minute passed, and they barely managed to get their progress bar to show a tiny sliver. The fans were starting to lose hope. Chu-yi actually let out a secret sigh of relief. Seeing my levels shoot up so fast earlier, he was low-key sweating. He had just challenged me in a fit of rage, dropped a rocket to test my limits, and was fully prepared to snipe the tower at the last second. Didn't expect me to be a total paper tiger. Seeing zero action from my end, he hopped over to Liu Ruian's stream to talk trash. Yi Chen, don't tell me you ran away with your tail between your legs again? Streamer, you thought he came back because he was still simping. He actually just wants to see you get publicly humiliated. Liu Ruian looked down. Deep down, she actually started to believe it. Why else would Yi Chen hold back his gifts when he was hyping up that other small streamer? He was casually dropping 10 or 20 bands. She felt confused and hurt, but eventually just went numb, thinking about how desperately she chased the bag before. A snake like her probably didn't deserve his support anyway. Thinking about it like that, it all made sense. Even if Yi Chen wanted her to get clapped, she totally deserved it. She earned that Liu Ruian drop. The fake hype act she just learned, and just quietly waited for the PK to end. On the other side, Gu Nianqi felt a mix of pity and schadenfreude. This small streamer got targeted by her psycho whale, and then got trolled by her own sugar daddy. She heard this PK was forced on her by that exact whale, and then he dropped literally zero cash, making this small streamer completely lose face in front of her chat. She honestly felt second-hand embarrassment for her. Next second, Gu Nianqi's pitying, high and mighty expression instantly froze. The opponent's progress bar skyrocketed like it was strapped to a missile. Flying up. Billionaire system. Prep time over. Quest countdown starts now. Please spend 990k within 8 minutes. I topped up with muscle memory. Started spamming gifts. Gifted Carnival. X01. Gifted Carnival. X1. Jugi. Gifted Carnival. X01. The notification repeated 10 times in a row, meaning I just dropped 30 bands. And that only took a few seconds. Chu-yi, why panic? When have I ever let you lose? I stopped holding back. Spammed 20 carnivals in a row, pushing Liu Ruian's progress bar right back. Before he could even gloat, I sent exactly 21 carnivals. Chu-yi's face darkened, and he dropped 30. I leisurely tapped 30 times, and repeated the cycle. No matter how much Chu-yi dropped, my count was always exactly one higher. Playing him like a cat with a mouse, effortlessly. Just watching him scramble in a panic. Chu-yi saw me one-upping him every single time, and saw red. So, mad, blinded by rage, he didn't even check his balance. It wasn't until his taps stopped working that he realized the 100k in his account was completely drained. His family was decently well off, but if his parents knew he blew this much on an e-girl, they would, literally, break his legs. Gu Nianqi was secretly jumping for joy. Seeing him stop, she quickly played the good girl. Chu-yi, it's okay. It's just a small PK. If we lose, we lose. Don't push yourself. Some fans in Gu Nianqi's chat, who hated Chu-yi's guts, started getting toxic. Guess he can't out-simp the other guy. Did Brother Chu run out of funds? Lemao. Hahaha, I'm dead. 4-star Judio Nianqi into a PK just to choke. Chu-yi, shut up. Chu-yi, who had been spoiled his whole life, completely lost his mind at the disrespect. The tiny bit of sanity he had left evaporated instantly. Chu-yi took his secret stash he'd saved for a decade, 250k, and dumped it all into his account. Consumed by rage, he stopped looking at my count, just staring at the bar and spam-clicking Carnival. Not long after, Chu-yi found his taps failing again. His balance was now under 3-0. Couldn't even afford one Carnival. What sent him into despair was that the progress bar was still slowly creeping up right behind him. Chu-yi slumped back in his chair, defeated. Then the progress bar in the other stream stopped moving too, just hovering right behind his. There was just over a minute left in the PK. Chu Yi held onto a sliver of hope. Did that bastard on the other side run out of funds too? Suddenly, 2 flashy VIP messages popped up in Gu Nianqi's chat. Level 49. Yi Chen, ran out of funds. Keep your eyes peeled and watch me work. I tabbed back to Liu Ruyan's stream. Checked my balance. Over 500 KK left. Checked the system countdown. 58 seconds. Plenty of time. My fingers started spam clicking. Liu Ruyan sent another DM. That's enough. That's enough. You already passed him. Yi Chen, you don't need to drop any more. I didn't have time to reply. Carnivals were flooding Liu Ruyan's stream like they were free. Before one effect even finished, the next one immediately popped up. Chu Yi's last shred of hope was crushed. He was on the verge of a breakdown. Gu Nianqi's fans started getting toxic. The other guy is actually loaded. He's not even sweating. Brother Chu messed with the wrong one. Seeing how arrogant he was before, I thought he was at least a millionaire rich kid. Turns out he tapped out after just 30 Kikai. I'm so embarrassed for him. Imagine being this weak and still starting beef. He's got 0 class too. Our Gu Nianqi is so unlucky to be stuck with him. A guy like Chu Yi was used to being hyped up everywhere he went. His ego was everything. Seeing the chat in Gu Nianqi's stream, he completely snapped. He started spamming voice notes, raging. Before he could send many, he got successfully reported by the fans. Caught a mute. Next second, huge words popped up on his screen. You have been removed from the stream by moderator Gu Nianqi. Chu Yi couldn't believe it. Couldn't enter the stream, couldn't send messages. He could only DM her. What is your problem? I dropped over 30K on you. Gu Nianqi metaphorically pinched her nose, fighting back disgust. She couldn't pretend to like this psycho anymore. You flaming my fans puts me in a really tough spot. Let's talk when you've calmed down. Chu Yi lost his mind and started sending voice notes. The moment he let go, next to his message appeared a huge red exclamation mark. User has enabled friend verification. You are not friends with this user. Please send a friend request first. You can chat once the request is accepted. Chu Yi's eyes went red. His face turned purple. Couldn't catch his breath. His eyes rolled back and he passed out. Meanwhile, my system countdown was at the last 3 seconds. The last 3 seconds of the PK. A beautiful notification sound played. Billionaire system. Congrats on completing the random quest. 990K challenge cashback has been deposited to host's bank account. PK victory. Liu Ruyan's chat was throwing a massive party. I knew Yi Chen and Liu were endgame. Brother Yi went to war for his queen. Just came to see how much the whale dropped. Probably around 1 mil. Length is definitely 180. Rich bro, please adopt me. Gigay, don't be so strict on gender. Liu Ruyan looked kinda spaced out. She knew her gamble paid off. From 1 million, she gets a 500K cut. And 500K is enough to put her dad in a premium rehab center for at least 2 years. Snapping back to reality, Liu Ruyan said with a dry throat. Thank you for the insane support, Yi Chen. On the other side, Gu Nianqi also unmuted her mic. Gigay, you're so powerful. I'm so jealous of Sister Liu. I got totally destroyed. I accept my loss. I don't really have any special talents. So let me do a dance for Gigi and Sister Liu. A heavy bass-boosted beat started playing. Gu Nianqi had a pretty cute face. So seeing her dance, all sexy and hype, was a crazy contrast. No wonder Chu Yi was so obsessed he dropped hundreds of thousands on her. But seeing how wild Gu Nianqi was acting right now, I figured Chu Yi's money was totally wasted. Gu Nianqi definitely didn't plan on hiding her wild side. Chu Yi's arrogant behavior had already pissed off her fans. And, with this PK opportunity today, she managed to squeeze a huge bag out of him again. Seeing how he tapped out, she figured he was probably tapped out of funds entirely. Riding this wave, Gu Nianqi decided to completely cut him off. This time, I flexed hard and bagged 990 Ki. Liu Ruyan got her 500K cut. Gu Nianqi completely drained the last bit of value from Chu Yi. In the end, only Chu Yi took a massive L. Lost his money, lost his girl, and the worst part? He tried to start beef and got absolutely clapped. Lost all his aura. How did she not manage to steal that whale from the other stream? Gunyanchi looked regretfully at the disconnected PK screen, biting her lip in pure jealousy. Why couldn't she find a whale who drops bags without blinking? Halfway through Gunyanchi's dance, Liu Ruyan's face was looking super dark. She instantly ended the PK. I sent a DM. Did I say you could hang up? That was $1 million dance. After a bit, Liu Ruyan sent a voice note. Her voice sounded muffled and low. I'll dance for you, don't watch her. My body is way better than hers anyway, I scoffed. Do you even know how to dance? I can learn? How long is that gonna take? 3 days. Give me 3 days. In 3 days, I promise you'll see. Liu Ruyan was practically swearing an oath. Tomorrow was the day I planned to move into my new place. Couldn't stay up late. I couldn't be bothered with Liu Ruyan anymore. I thought I'd be too hyped to sleep, but surprisingly, I passed out instantly in that busted rental. Woke up super early the next day, grabbed my important doc, a couple of decent fits, and just dipped. Told the landlord last night I wasn't renewing. It was month to month, and hadn't expired yet. I was too lazy to pack the rest. Told the landlord to keep the deposit and clear it out for me. The landlord naturally agreed instantly. The deposit was a full month's rent, and some of the stuff the tenant left behind I could probably resell. Plus, the lease wasn't even up yet. So he basically got a few days of free rent. Of course he was super down to clean up my mess. The washer-dryer installation guys were scheduled for 10. I got to the new place super early. I wasn't wasting time. After securing the 990K bag yesterday, my wallet was looking way thicker. My mindset was still kinda stuck in that boomer mentality. I felt like I should save where I can and spend where it matters for unnecessary stuff. I still felt bad swiping my card, but for a house I could live in forever and appliances I could use for at least 10 or 20 years, I figured I should just ball out and get the best. That way, in the future, I wouldn't have to deal with constantly fixing or replacing junk. It's just a better way. So, after getting my head straight, I stopped being stingy, staring at the 1 million in my account, acting like a miser. Nah. First, I called the appliance store guy to see if I could exchange my order. When he found out I wanted to upgrade to their absolute top-tier washer-dryer set, the boss was literally jumping for joy. He instantly agreed. This ultra-premium line cost over 50K per machine, 1 washer, 1 dryer. Total damage, 110K. Then I instantly hit up the Cassart store sales rep, demanded they deliver their absolute most expensive unit today. The 60K French multi-door, oxygen-controlled, ice-making smart fridge. Delivered right to my door. A projector you can clearly see in broad daylight. A plumbed-in robot vacuum. A multifunction dishwasher. Literally top spec for everything. Total damage, 30K. Good thing I was big-brained enough to save the appliance store boss's number with the boss's eager recommendations. I also copped a bunch of smaller appliances, like a hair dryer, rice cooker, oven, microwave, air purifier, electric toothbrush, etc. Just bought the whole lot. One and done. All premium gear. For example, a Dyson hair dryer, that's a few grand. A Panasonic rice cooker, that's also a few grand. Even though I don't cook, I gotta have the aesthetic. It's just a flex. Total damage, 40K. Total spent, 260K. I just dropped a quarter of the 990K I just made. Didn't even get to warm my pocket before it was gone. But shopping like money is an infinite glitch, is just way too satisfying. Under the power of money, all the bosses were yes men. Everything would be delivered and installed today. I decided to just chill at the apartment and wait for the workers to pull up. Getting a bit bored, I opened TikTok. Leng Qingqiu's sleep schedule was just as messed up as mine. Definitely still asleep at this hour. Yesterday, just to clap that psycho guy, I originally only planned to drop 2K, but ended up dropping 1 mil on Liu Ruyan. Even though it wasn't my personal funds, I was still fuming. I was absolutely never dropping another dime on that snake, not even the system's money. Swiped through a few videos, and finally saw something that caught my eye. Only had 10 or 20K likes, but the aesthetic was top tier. A beautiful girl in a white traditional gown holding a pipa, head bowed, eyes lowered, playing and singing softly, slowly twisting, plucking, and stroking. First the rainbow skirt, then the 6 minor notes. The large strings pattered like sudden rain. The small strings murmured like secret whispers. Her voice was super soft, melodic and beautiful. A clear, elegant, and refined tone. I was instantly hooked. Her PFP showed she was live. Without hesitating, I clicked into this Liu Yanran's stream. Even though it was a morning stream, she had over 600k followers. So the viewer count was solid. She wasn't in the elaborate ancient background from the video. It looked like a cramped room, and she wasn't wearing the gown. Just a simple white button-down. Still gave off a very pure, innocent college girl vibe. Level 56, Yi Chen entered the chat. After going crazy, dropping 900k yesterday, my level shot up to 56. In any stream, that's a whale level you literally can't ignore. Welcome Yi Chen to the stream. Anything you want to hear. You pretty much always get a shootout from the streamer. Smart streamers, like Liu Yanran, will even proactively offer a performance to try and lock down the VIP. Yi Chen, I came from your video. Why aren't you wearing the gown? Babe, I stream every morning and evening. Mornings I'm just practicing in the school's music room. Evenings are more official, with the proper background and matching fits. Did you see the Song of the Pipa Player video? Let me play that one for you then. Liu Yanran was super proactive. After finishing the song, babe, how was my playing? I checked the time. The workers were almost here. Couldn't just listen for free. Level 56. Yi Chen, gifted TikTok Airship X5. Big Meat Bun. 666,666. Bro is dropping bags bright and early. Bubble. Notice me you gay. Dropping 10 bands like it's nothing. My tears are literally coming out of my mouth. Big boss. Boss is confused. Boss is confused. Obviously, the gift was my answer. I dipped from the stream. Liu Yanran was so shook her mouth literally hung open. Not exactly because of the 10k gift. She was a 300k follower streamer after all. She was just shocked. She actually secured the bag. A level 56 whale actually fell for it. You gotta know, she'd been streaming for a year. And the regulars in her stream above, level 50, were only like 3 or 4 people. Don't be fooled by their high levels. Those whales are calculating AF. None of them drop gifts unless they're guaranteed something in return. It was super rare to bump into a whale this generous. Too bad the boss only listened to one song, dropped the gifts, and logged off. She didn't even have time to say thanks. She rushed to send a private DM, frantically typing, Liu Yanran, Bab, I'm so touched. Treating me this well on our first meeting. Thank you so much. I'll be live tonight with a new fit. Come through, if you're free. Finger, heart, emoji. I didn't reply. First of all, my tank daily limit was tapped out. I would rather die than spend my own money on a woman. Secondly, I didn't have time to check DMS. My phone rang. The first wave of delivery guys were at the gate. The security at Jufang Yaiwan was super strict. They stopped the delivery guys. I had to run down to talk to security in person. It was right around 8 or 9 a.m. Peak rush hour for work and school. Neighbors were looking at me curiously, seeing the endless stream of goods. They couldn't help but gossip. No way a renter is buying this many high-end appliances. Just that washer-dryer combo was over 100 kika, which meant the apartment was definitely bought. Seeing me running around erecting things, looking super young, clearly a college kid, probably an SU student, wondering which rich family's young master was out here studying. A middle-aged man walking by could only think sourly. God really gives with one hand and takes with the other. Look at that build. A 180-pound fatty, he thought maliciously while staring with pure envy. The more he looked, the more familiar I seemed. That fit, that build. Isn't that the fat guy who rents the room next to him? Yi Chen? I heard someone calling me and turned around. Saw it was that middle-aged guy. I frowned in disgust. It really is you. He smiled, trying to kiss up, his beady eyes scanning the goods behind me. You hit the jackpot. Why are you moving here? I couldn't be bothered to hear his BS. After clearing things with security, I just led the workers upstairs. Security saw the guy trying to follow, and blocked him at the door. Hold it right there. No unauthorized access. I know that fat kid. We rent together. right over in the resettlement area. The resettlement area was basically a slum. Security looked at him like he was a psycho. That's a homeowner in our complex. Stop creeping around here. If you come close again, I'm calling the cops. The middle-aged man could only grumble and leave, fuming. If I was there, I definitely would have written that security guard a 5-star review. After all the furniture and appliances were set up, I happily stayed home for 2 days. Every day I was just dropping bags on Lang Qingqiu and that pipa player, Liu Yanran. I was getting kind of bored of it. Sprawled on the couch, I randomly clicked into a stream. A pretty girl was showing off a Maltese puppy, but the chat was just full of guys flirting with her. Her 8-point rating just barely passed the system's threshold. The puppy was being super good in her hands, just occasionally wagging its tail and tilting its head at the camera. My heart melted and I tapped 5 times. Level 56, Yi Chen, gifted TikTok Airship X5. Level 56, Yi Chen, gifted it too. The doggo dropped 990k on Lu Ruyan, plus the daily 10k quest funds from before. I've already dropped over 1 mil on TikTok. My account level is now at 56. Sunny day. Wow! Level 56 whale, taking a pic for the timeline. Soy milk maker, holy crap. Just came in and started dropping bags. 1 airship is 2-0. Rich people's money really isn't money. Clear mind. If you got that much spare cash, give it to your family. The streamer was stunned. She was mainly streaming to sell puppies. The biggest gift she ever gotten was maybe $100. Getting this much all at once. How was she supposed to repay it? She felt a bit uneasy. Thank you, Yi Chen, for the gifts. She hesitated for a second, gently petting the puppy's head, carefully took the puppy's paw, and waved at the camera. Yi Chen, you like puppies? How about this one? Its fur is a little too long, so it's technically disqualified. Not show quality, but top tier for a pet. The girl scratched her head shyly. Its face is super sweet. If you like it, I can send it to you. You sent me such expensive gifts after all. Yi Chen, for real. I've seen TikToks of this breed. They definitely aren't cheap. Right as she said that, the chat went from simping for the rich guy to immediately changing their tune. Puppy barking, dropped 10k, and wants to walk away with a 20k purebred Maltese. The audacity. Love to see baddies. Bro, I'm dead. So, 10 bands is all it takes to rizz up a baddie. And finesse a purebred dog. Gu Nianchi. Guys, chill. I offered it. He didn't even ask. Seeing the chat getting toxic, the streamer started panicking. Clear mind. Disappointed. Saying you're running a legit business. But the second you see a whale, you're simping hard. Ha 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 ha. What kind of whale is this? Streamer only gets half, so 5-0. A puppy of this quality is at least 10k or 20k. Trying to hit a lick, but only getting half back. Ha 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 ha. Streamer is so dumb. You think whales are that easy to catch? Lots of people rent accounts just to flex online. Careful you don't get played. Yi Chen, I know. This dog's market price is definitely around 10k to 20k. Check the time, it just hit 0. The daily limit refreshed, and a system prompt popped up. Billionaire system. Congratulations host on completing the 1-week challenge. Reward. 1 mystery box pull. Phase 2 is a 1-month challenge. Random quest system unlocked. Affection system unlocked. Daily limit increased to 20k. Right on time. Level 56. Yi Chen gifted TikTok number 1x1 the same notification spammed 20 times in a row. The rocket launch effects were non-stop. The chat was literally silenced for 10 seconds, and then went absolutely crazy. Dropped another 20k. That's 30k total all. Handsome guy needs food. I recognize you from earlier. Weren't you the one calling him a broke boy flexing? Holy crap, this is a real whale. Billionaire system. The little match. Dog girls. Affection reached 60. Reward. 1 mystery box pull. Billionaire system. First time achievement unlocked. Reward. 6-minute infinite black card. 100% cashback experience. Note. Spending target can be male or female. Streamers only. Countdown begins. The cold system prompt echoed in my ears. My usually slow brain was firing on all cylinders now. My heart was pounding. Instantly dipped from the stream, went to the attractive streamers category, and randomly clicked one. Countdown. 1 second. Every second passing had me stressed. Didn't even see what the streamer looked like. Just saw the 8.6 rating above their head. It was a male streamer. Currently, PKing a bald female streamer. The guy was good looking, but he was doing the educational route, an English teaching channel. When he first connected with the bald woman, she checked him out, top to bottom, chat. We connected with a hottie. The guy replied politely, "Hello, handsome. Do a little dance for the sugar mamas in my chat. If they're happy, you'll get the bag for sure." The bald woman teased. Frown. Already super annoyed. I'm not a dancing streamer. I'm an educational channel. Let's just start the PK. Let me see. You teach English? A study abroad student too? The bald woman was even more into it. If she could make a highly educated hottie rage quit, the sugar mamas in her chat would go crazy and drop megabags. Bro, listen to me. Your foreign gibberish is useless. Look at your votes. Serve me well, and tell me how to say bird again? I'll drop 10 carnivals on you. The bald woman intentionally looked down and gave a creepy smile. This got a huge reaction from her chat, praising her for the edgy joke. CC's audience was mostly innocent. College students, mainly guys too. They were broke, just there for the vibes. So CC's PK score compared to the bald woman's was just sad. Hearing this creepy woman disrespect CC like that, some of them went over to her stream to flame her. The bald woman was shameless, as always. Any clout is good clout, she said, shamelessly. Thanks to the fans across the aisle for the free traffic. I'll take it. Every little bit counts. She was super smut. In situations like this, the angrier the opponent got, the more her sugar mamas loved it. Her chat was a total circus, spamming gifs and filling the screen with toxic trash. CC and his fans had never dealt with this kind of unhinged behavior. He was speechless, already wanting to just hang up and leave. Right at that moment, the blue progress bar instantly overtook the red. Level 56. Yi Chen gifted Carnival XONJUACC was stunned. Where did this whale come from? His chat was shook too. They quickly caught on and went wild. Ran straight to the bald woman's stream to troll. Keep talking, keep talking. We got whales in our chat too. Look down on us now, trash. Drop some gifts then. Thought you were rich. Thought you were so tough. Don't tell me you're shook. The bald woman still thought she had it under control. It wasn't like she hadn't faced tough whales before. She started hyping up her chat. Bros, drop gifts. If you got the bag, drop a gift. If not, just hype us up. Look at how smug that guy is. His simps are coming to our turf to talk trash. We gotta show them who's boss. Like I said, they can't even imagine the funds our sugar mamas have. Her hype worked. The sugar mamas in her chat started throwing cash. The bald woman spit everywhere from excitement. Thank you to my level 70 sugar mama for the 50 spaceships. This was a special gift, only unlocked at level 70. 20k a pop, so that was 1 million instantly. Her red progress bar instantly shot way past the blue. Her fans got super arrogant again, went to CC's stream, and started talking trash. That whale is probably his sugar daddy, trying to buy him some clout. Ha 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 ha. Guess his sugar daddy's bag is looking light. Take off those tights and dance. If our sugar mamas are happy, they might even tip you for your medical bills. The tide turned completely again. CC's fans were fuming, wishing they could reach through the screen and smack that bald woman in the face. Thank you so much, young master Yi Chen, for the carnivals. Really, thank you so much. CC tried to stay calm and thanked me. His eyes were already getting red. He still comforted his fans. Guys, don't go to their stream to argue. You're just giving them free clout. It's not worth getting your account banned over trash like that. If a mad dog bites you on the street, you wouldn't bite it back, right? I didn't have time to care about that. My fingers were tapping at warp speed. A normal person can click maybe 3 times a second. I wasn't even going all out, but I was still hitting 5 or 6 taps a second. Carnival combo, the X50. Carnival combo X100. Carnival combo ZS 500. The chats on both sides were still flaming each other, but as the Carnival combo reached an insane several hundred, nearing 1,000, both sides went dead silent. In other streams, it's a chat with a few gift notifications sprinkled in. In CC's stream, it was a wall of gift notifications, with a few chat messages sprinkled in. The endless effects completely buried all the toxic trash. The bald woman's fans were spewing. No one could even read their insults anymore. The bald fans had no choice but to stop and sulk back to their own stream. CC's eyes were red. He really never expected another guy to treat him this well, and they'd never even interacted before. Billionaire system. CC's affection reached 60. Reward. 1 mystery box pull, drawn in by the insane algorithm push. New viewers had no idea what was going on. Sometimes I really just laugh at my own broke self. How much did you say he dropped? Would it kill the universe if I was rich, too? First time seeing someone spam carnivals. I wouldn't even spam $1 gifts like this. Carnival combo, X 1016. Billionaire system, Black Card experience expired. For 5 whole minutes, I didn't stop tapping for a single second. My hand was cramping up so bad. I was just salty. The highest gift was only 3. Ended up dropping over 5 mil, and leveled up to 63, no cap. C totally swept the floor with her. The loser of the PK has to take a punishment. She had to slap herself and call herself a basic bitch while doing it. But the bald streamer suddenly pulled the plug and dipped. What a coward. I lurked in her stream for a bit, and those creeps were still giggling, saying there was nothing we could do to her. The bald woman really thought she was untouchable. She's a repeat offender. She thrives on toxic clout, thinking she's hilarious, always connecting with hot guy streamers for PK's A's, using super greasy and insulting behavior to gaslight them. If she wins, she sets a humiliating punishment to feed the sugar mamas in her chat. If she loses, she just hangs up, and her sugar mamas actually hype up her cowardly behavior. They love fantasizing about the hot guys crying from rage. A complete clown like her actually has over 1 million followers. Guess there are just too many women who love watching hot guys get their egos shattered. After logging off, the bald woman popped champagne to celebrate. She thought, thanks to that whale triggering her chat, her sugar mamas also dropped over 1 mil. Her agency manager called her. You need to post an apology right now. The internet is cooking you. The PR is looking bad. Boss, chill out. It's just a few drama channels posting. They're all just giving me free clout. She had this cocky look on her face, scoffing at how soft her boss was getting, expecting a 1 million follower influencer to apologize to a small streamer. Me picking him is a blessing to him. Gave him a bunch of clout too. The bald woman was super smug, but sadly, she miscalculated this time. Me single-handedly dropping 5 mil. Had all the drama pages reporting on it like crazy. After simmering all night, it hit the trending page. Her disgusting, greasy behavior triggered major backlash online. It even caught the platform admin's attention. They checked her history, finding out she was a serial offender. A ton of guys she PK'd before stepped up and exposed her toxic behavior. The whole internet teamed up to cancel her. Both TikTok's official account and her comment section got flooded. The platform actually pulled through, dropping a statement the very same day. They posted a notice dedicated to maintaining a healthy and harmonious online environment due to streamer triplex inciting conflict, cyberbullying, and violating community guidelines. Her account is permanently banned. In one move, they wiped out that toxic, maggot-infested cesspool. Of course, that's a story for later. After the trial time hit 0, the remaining 4 million coins in my account vanished. I shook out my sore wrists, didn't even bother looking at the chat, and just logged off. Opened my bank app. Units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, millions. Over 5 million. It's not like I haven't had 5 mil before. But, in less than 2 days, it turned into a house. Real estate can't compare to liquid cash. My mouth was curling up into a huge grin. This is unrestricted. Spend it however I want. 100% mine, 5 million cash. It was already past midnight. Holding my phone, wearing baggy pajamas, I laid down on my king-sized bed and passed out. The next day, I slept a full 8 hours, chilling in my cool AC room. I reviewed the system's notifications from yesterday. First, Phase 1 was a 1-week period, with a daily spending limit of 10. That's done. Now I'm in phase 2. Lasts for a month. And the limit went up to 20k. Literally, double. The most important part is it unlocked 2 new systems. Random quests and affection. Don't really know how the random quests work yet. But I've figured out the affection system. As of right now, as long as it's someone with a rating over 80 once their affection for me hits 60, I get rewarded with 1 mystery box pull. My noob reward was 1 mystery box pull, and it actually dropped a $5 million apartment. That's when I realized how OP the mystery box is. That's why, after getting that 6-minute black card experience yesterday, I was willing to risk wasting 1 minute to find a different stream to drop bags in. Good thing my gamble paid off. From the looks of it, anyone rated 8 or higher, whether male or female, once their affection hits the target, can give me a mystery box pull. That male streamer CC, after my money-fueled hero moment, had his affection hit 60 easily. So I easily secured another mystery box pull, plus the one I got when the dog-selling girl's affection hit the target. I now have 2 mystery box pulls saved up. I got up and went to the bathroom. After a shower, I tapped the mystery box like I was praying and started the pull. Billionaire system. Congratulations on obtaining fat-burning candy pill. Max Spec Apple Ecosystem Bundle. Funds of $188,203 have been deposited to your CCB card, even though the Apple bundle is only like 180k. I'm not disappointed. As a broke boy who just got the bag, my pockets are still warm. There's no way I'd proactively go drop cash on something this high-end. At most, I'd just buy a new phone. After all, I've been using my phone for 3 years, and it was a hand-me-down from my mom. Honestly, when I was dropping gifts yesterday, I was low-key terrified my brick phone wouldn't handle it and would just crash. But now, it's like the system knew exactly how cheap I am now. Pulling the Apple bundle literally solved my biggest issue right now. As for the fat-burning candy pillet, it was a squishy pastel green gummy. It came with instructions. After consumption, excess fat will gradually be eliminated within 1 week. Maintains peak physique for life. I swallowed it without a second thought. Growing up with intense pressure from my strict mom, once I hit puberty in middle school, I started binge eating, using food as my coping mechanism. Standing at 185 cm and weighing 220 pounds, you could say I never got to have a normal, fun teenage phase. I only got slapped with the nickname Fatty. Even after getting the billionaire system, I didn't even think about buying clothes. I felt like dressing up would just make me look like a clown. Seeing fit, well-dressed guys, how could I not be jealous? In summer, I'd be dripping sweat just moving around. When people covered their noses and walked away, how could I not feel insecure? The more stressed I got, the more I binge at tea. The more I ate, the fatter I got. The more disgusted and strict my mom got with me. It was just a brutal, toxic cycle. But now, I just had to take 1 tiny pill, and it would fix the problem. That's been ruining my life since middle school. I literally wanted to time travel 7 days into the future, just to see what I'd look like. Forced myself to chill out and stop overthinking. Opened the Apple website, speed ran through the pages. I added the max spec version of every single product to my cart. Laptops, iPads, phones, AirPods, Apple Watches. The main stuff goes without saying. All Pro models, with max storage. I even added all their matching accessories, like 10 or 20 different cases and charging cables, straight to the cart. Finally hit exactly 188,203 yuan. Then happily entered my card info and paid with SF Express priority shipping. If nothing goes wrong, tomorrow I'll be playing with my brand new iPhone 100 Pro Max OLED B in titanium. Heck yeah him. After using my 2 mystery box pulls, I finally had time to open TikTok. Almost 1,000 message requests. Seeing my profile set to male, the DMs were full of girls simping, asking for a sugar daddy. There were also some experienced ones, knowing you can only send 1 message to strangers. They skipped the small talk and just sent their thirst traps and videos directly. The ones who dared to send that were definitely confident in their face cards and bodies. I wasn't complaining. Who could say no to free eye candy? I decided if I was ever bored, I'd just go dig for gold in my message requests. One DM caught my eye. He was trying to give me his wet chat, but it almost got buried. Then it clicked. The name looked familiar. It was CC, young Master Yi Chen. Thank you so much for your help. I know you just couldn't stand what that streamer was doing. As a guy, you hated seeing someone get harassed like that. So, you stepped up. Now, she got the karma she deserved. And I feel totally vindicated. If it's convenient, could I add your WeChat? I felt a bit guilty. Honestly, my only motive was to farm affection points. So, yesterday, even though I was racing against the clock, and my hands never stopped tapping gifts, I did kind of follow the drama between the two streams. Didn't expect that clicking into a random stream would actually help a handsome guy completely clap that greasy, toxic, older woman. I followed CC back. Yi Chen, what karma did that creep get? It was like CC had my chat pinned. He replied instantly. Forwarded link. Whale drops 5 mil to clap toxic streamer. CC, what happened yesterday? Your insane flexing caught the drama channel's attention, and it started trending. CC, TikTok admins saw the huge backlash, checked her record and found she's a repeat offender. Said she was inciting conflict, violating community guidelines, and just permanently banned her account. Yi Chen deserved her and those disgusting sugar mamas who act like rats in a sewer. Wonder where they're crying together right now. The thing that stuck with me most was the toxic trash in her stream. Literally disgusting. Like sewage. CC, thank you again so much. If you don't mind, I'll refund you the 2 million I got from my cut. As for the half the platform took, my finances are a bit tight right now. I'm really sorry. Even though it was totally accidental, I did genuinely help him out. My DMs weren't just CC thanking me, but also his fans. Tons of innocent college bros ding me, all saying I had huge main character energy, saying I was rich, handsome, and kind. I could tell CC was being genuine about the refund, but doing something positive by accident and getting this much hype from people definitely gave me a bit of an ego boost. Also, I was low-key worried the system would count it as a fail and deduct the 5 million cashback I got. That would be a massive L. Yi Chen, no need. Keep it, he replied with massive paragraphs again. But I left him on read. I acted like money meant nothing to me, turning down over 2 million. But my heart was bleeding. I was scared if I looked at it too long I'd fold. Remembered the dog selling girl from yesterday. I searched her name from memory, and sure enough, she had DM'd me too. The little dog girl, boss. Thank you so much for supporting my stream. I didn't manage my chat well, and let them disrespect you. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you still want the puppy. If you're still interested, please, add my WeChat. Relocation, and certain 6 hectares. Now this, I was actually interested. I dropped almost 30k in her stream, even though this 8-point streamer wasn't my type. The puppy really was super cute. If those salty haters who were flaming me found out I got it, they'd be so mad. Just thinking about it felt good. The dog-selling girl lived in the next city over. Originally, she wanted to fly the pet over. But I got the bag now, and I didn't want the puppy to suffer. So I bit the bullet and ordered a private car service. Told the driver he absolutely had to keep the AC on. Cost me over 1,600. If everything goes well, tonight, I'll be able to pick up the puppy right at my complex gate. I decided to go out this afternoon to hit a pet store for supplies. I actually used to have a pet. Back in elementary school, I secretly took in a stray kitten, kept it in a cardboard box, hidden under my bed, snuck it food and water every day. But being that young, I couldn't hide it for long. Less than 3 days later, when I got home from school, I found under my bed completely empty. My mom's face was terrified, and my dad just looked worried. I didn't dare talk back. Just kneeled on the floor obediently all afternoon. When my mom wasn't looking, I snuck out to look for it. Sadly, I never found that kitten again. I couldn't even bear to imagine what happened to it. It was right then that I realized someone who isn't independent, someone who relies on others, doesn't have the right to own anything, or to have their own preferences. Even though I absolutely loved fluffy animals. After that, I only ever followed pet channels online, envying them while giving them views. But now, I have my own apartment, a steady stream of income, and I just happened to run into a girl selling a puppy. Maybe I really am meant to have this puppy. Took a cab over and realized it was a massive pet superstore. A solid 3 floors. Selling everything pet-related. The best part is it was super pet-friendly. Pets were allowed inside. Owners were walking all kinds of cats and dogs. The shelves were super low. The fur babies were sniffing around everywhere. The smart ones would lift their paws or bite the packaging to show what they wanted. The 3rd floor was a restaurant with special pet menu. Just imagine you and your fur baby eating at a restaurant, enjoying the city skyline, surrounded by other animal lovers and all kinds of pets. What a crazy vibe. I literally couldn't wait to bring my own puppy here. The store worker asked for the puppy's age and breed, and then thoughtfully recommended some things. Bought a small bag of imported high-end puppy food, some popular treat samples. The worker said I shouldn't buy too much yet. Better to bring the puppy in for a taste test later, find out what it likes, and then stock up. Also picked out a light green fluffy bed that matched my apartment's aesthetic. Pet bowls, brushes, potty pads, some cute toys, etc. In another area, the pet clothes section, I literally couldn't leave. My dog is a Maltese. Small breed. Long hair. Pure white. I was already imagining how these cute, stylish outfits would look on my own puppy. Bought over a dozen. Picked out a box of matching collars and different colored leashes. Swore to dress my puppy up to be the drippiest dog ever. Total damage, over 3. That evening, the driver arrived at my complex and called me. I couldn't wait. Rushing down, held the tiny carrier in my hand. The puppy's wet eyes looked like little grapes. It pressed against the door, tilting its head at me, like it was saying, "Are you my new master?" I was literally dying from the cuteness. Let him out, gave him some water and food. I wasn't slacking today either. Did a ton of research on how to welcome a new puppy. Didn't even go straight home. Took a cab straight to the nearest vet clinic. Ran a full set of tests. Antibodies, infectious diseases, skin scrape, fecal exam, the whole 9 yards. The puppy was in peak condition. It's a little boy, about 3 months old, already got his 3 core vaccines. Vet said just bring him back in 2 weeks for his rabies shot and we're good. 0 skin issues or contagious diseases. No parvo or distemper. A super healthy little guy. After double checking with the vet that it was safe to bathe him, I booked him a 688 yuan, ultra luxury VIP, spa and grooming package right there. The VIP grooming room is all glass, so parents can chill and watch. It was a long 2-hour wait, but I didn't lose patience at all. I watched my previously scruffy little dog get pampered with show-grade luxury shampoo and conditioner. His whole coat started to literally glow. His fur got a fresh, clean trim too. With a sweet-smelling, handsome little prince like this, there was no way I was putting him back in that basic carrier. Right, Dad. I picked out a woven cartoon fabric pet basket, plus the checkup and grooming fees. The total damage was over 4K. Looking at the little prince sitting like a good boy in the basket, I didn't care about the money at all. Just wanted to give him the absolute best. Got home, set up his food bowl, poured some filtered water. I laid on the rug, quietly watching him munch away with happy little grunts. It was so healing. After he ate, I wiped his messy little muzzle. Seeing he was still super energetic, I couldn't resist playing dress-up with him. The puppy just sat there like a good boy, letting me put a baby blue floral shirt on him. Didn't struggle at all. After the shirt was on, I carefully lifted his little chin, combed the fur on his head smooth, and loosely tied it back with a matching blue fabric clip. I literally laid on the floor, posing him for a full 360-degree photo shoot. In a flash, my camera roll was filled with dozens of aesthetic puppy pics. I can't just keep calling you puppy, can I? I mumbled to myself, looking at the little guy resting on my slipper. Why are you so clingy? Let's just call you Neonian. I whipped out my phone, opened TikTok, picked the best shot, and posted a pic of Neonian. Caption: welcome Neonian to his new home. My TikTok account, after all that insane spending, especially dropping 5 mil in 5 minutes yesterday, had totally flexed my financial dominance to the internet. The follower count shot up crazy fast, already pushing 10 followers. more than your average micro-influencer. In this society, just flexing the bag is enough to get you clout. Money just follows money. So the rich only get richer. The people following me are basically just here to simp for the billionaire lifestyle. So the second I posted, the comments immediately broke 100. The mystery whale finally posted his first update. Watch this just be a company account, burning cash for clout. Bet the next post is him trying to sell us something. Name one company that burns 5 mil just to farm followers. Especially when the followers are just broke, nobody's like us. Am I the only one jealous of the dog? Set for life, pure luxury. I'm so salty. Honestly, same. Would trade places with him in a heartbeat. The puppy from the dog-selling girl made it to his new home. Dressed so cute. The fat-burning pill is supposed to melt away excess fat within a week. Given my 180-pound, 220-pound build, I'd definitely drop at least 50 pounds. I decided that for now, I'm just gonna ghost the outside world. If I do go out, I'm bundling up completely. Otherwise, if someone recognized me, they'd literally think I was a shapeshifter. Just a few hours after popping the pill, I started feeling super hot. Even with the AC locked at 26 degrees, I was sweating buckets. Had to crank the central AC down to 16, just to feel okay. Meals were entirely sorted by takeout. I'm no longer that broke boy who's stressed over cheap group orders. According to the fat-burning pills specs, I'm guaranteed a god-tier physique for life, so I just completely let loose. Breakfast, a massive carb-heavy bowl of noodles with extra toppings. Lunch, the fried chicken I used to crave, but couldn't afford. Roast duck, premium private kitchen meals. Afternoon, cake, desserts, and boba for a snack. Dinner was zero restraint. Whatever I wanted, I ordered, followed by high-sugar fruits. If I got hungry gaming late, I'd order BBQ for a midnight snack, washed down with a large Coke, knowing I can literally eat whatever I want for the rest of my life, and go absolute goblin mode without gaining an ounce. The vibes were immaculate. My stomach was full, so my entertainment needs had to keep up. Like clockwork, I dropped my daily bags in Leng Qingqiu and Liu Yanran's streams. But I was kinda confused. Why hadn't I heard the systems? Affection reached 60 ping yet. With the dog-selling girl and CC, I pretty much maxed them out in minutes. Is 10 or 20k a day not enough to buy their affection? The system's explanation was, everyone's mindset is different, so affection builds at different speeds. Leng Qingqiu's affection was at 50, but Liu Yanran's was barely pushing 40. Leng Qingqiu came from a happy family, so farming affection points from her was harder. The only reason it got this high is because my voice was totally her type. As for Liu Yanran, she already had plenty of whales dropping bags in her chat. Plus, I barely spent any of my own time or energy to rizz her up. It made me feel like I was paying money just to be a simp. So, her affection wasn't super high either. I didn't really care. But what did bother me was, I casually asked about Lu Yuan's affection level, and it was actually over 60. Then why didn't I get a mystery box pull? I asked, annoyed. The system replied coldly, affection gained before the system feature was unlocked does not count. While I was secretly gloating, I still had some self-awareness. She probably just fell in love with the 1 million I dropped on her. I thought rationally. Still, I basically wasted a mystery box pull. To make sure I didn't get stuck simping for just 3 girls, I'd occasionally browse other streams, looking for any baddies that caught my eye. Of course, I never forgot to assign Lu Ruyan her daily homework. Ever since I dropped that 1 mil in her stream, I hadn't given her a single cent. But Liu Ruyan still texted me religiously. Now, she didn't even bother pretending to post those only visible to him moments. She just sent the pics straight to my DMs. She really wanted to secure the bag. These past 7 days, stuck at home, waiting for the fat-burning pill to kick in, were super boring. So I'd throw some random demands her way. Liu Ruyan definitely didn't expect the Yi Chen who used to act all wholesome with her would turn out like this. She secretly cursed me out for being a creep, but still did it with a red face. I just found some weird, random tutorials online. I thought it was funny, wanting to test her boundaries. just trolling her. When she didn't reply for a while, I thought I'd pushed too far, which was totally fine by me. I was actually a bit disappointed, but then she immediately sent the photo. First time I saw it, I was literally jump scared. Bro, it was terrifying. Compared to her elegant, aesthetic hands, it was just a crazy contrast. In contrast, my ears were burning. Typing at warp speed, like that was the only way to calm down. So gross. Liu Ruyan felt wrong. She had hyped herself up for so long, even touched up her makeup before taking it, and only showed it to Yi Shen. He demanded to see it and then called her gross. That actually hurt. She still worked construction by day and streamed by night, and had to deal with my random, unhinged demands. That 1 million Yi Chen dropped before. She immediately used it to get her dad into the best rehab center. After the platform's 50% cut, the 500 ko she cashed out was completely gone. She still had to pay extra for professional nurses, only keeping enough of her salary to survive each month. Yi Chen had already helped her so much. She couldn't and didn't want to ask me for more money, even though Yi Chen, just a few days later, casually dropped 5 mil on some male streamer. That kind of money was literally pocket change to me. Maybe in my eyes, she was already someone who'd do anything for a bag, with zero morals. But Liu Ruyan still pathetically wanted to keep her last shred of dignity. Of course, seeing Yi Chen dropping cash on other women, she couldn't help but get jealous and salty. Our relationship seemed to slowly be healing, going back to how we used to joke and roast each other. But whether we could truly go back, only we knew deep down. That day, after goofing around and playing a few games with Leng Qing Chigu, grinding some ranks, I hopped over to Liu Yanran's stream to listen to some music. Then, randomly blessed a few unknown but highly aesthetic small streamers. I realized this was an easier way to farm affection. Successfully dropped my 20k, finished my daily quest. Just as I was about to sleep like a baby, my phone rang. Seeing the word Dad on the screen, I was silent for a long time. Right before it automatically hung up, I finally answered. Yi Chen, you're not asleep yet, right? Yi Qing's voice came through, deep and smooth. My own deep voice was probably inherited from him. About to. What's up? Just reminding you, next week is your grandmother's birthday. You should come back. Yi Qing rambled on. I replied coldly, me going back just pisses everyone off. Nobody's happy. Yi Qing thought about how his wife's family treated his son. He knew perfectly well what I said was true. He didn't want his son coming back just to be a punching bag. But, remembering his wife's dark expression, he said weakly, we're all family. It's your grandmother's birthday after all. So I just have to force myself to go back and take the toxic comments from that whole family. I closed my eyes, controlled my emotions, and agreed to my dad's request. I could imagine that if I didn't go back, my grandma would make passive-aggressive comments to my mom, and my mom would take it out on my dad. Yi Qing let out a sigh of relief. Then, kinda awkwardly, he confessed something, his voice barely a whisper. You didn't come home for the second semester of your freshman year, and you stayed at school to work over the summer. Dad kinda misses you. I lowered my eyes, gave a hum in response, and hung up. It's always like this. Right when my heart starts to harden, he says something to make me go soft. I lost the mood to scroll on my phone, tossed it aside, laid down, and fell into a deep sleep. Woke up the next morning feeling groggy, got up to go to the bathroom, caught a glimpse of the boy in the mirror from the corner of my eye. I instantly woke up. I leaned in, hyped up, and excited, inspecting my literally reborn body. Yep, right at midnight today. The fat-burning pill's effects must have fully kicked in. The bathroom mirror only showed my upper half. That was definitely not enough. I practically floated to my walk-in closet, feeling light as a feather. Stared obsessively at myself in the full-length mirror. How long has it been since I felt like this? The oversized bathrobe hung loosely on my frame. One wrong move, and it was gonna slide right off. Straight legs, solid waist, thick arms, broad chest, strong neck, prominent Adam's apple. Moving my eyes up, a strong jawline, handsome sharp features. Finally, freed from all that fat, I hypedly stepped onto the smart scale. 116 pounds. I dropped exactly 64 pounds, matched with my 180 cm height. Honestly, it doesn't really fit the current buff gym bro aesthetic. I didn't have that super lean, shredded look. Instead, the muscles were balanced, a slightly athletic inverted triangle build. But I was super satisfied. I love looking like this. I feel like this fat-burning pill even cleared my skin and gave me a glow-up. My face was slightly tanned but glowing, like a piece of steel that had just been forged, just radiating health and vitality. Combined with a balanced muscle tone, it gave off this healthy, energetic vibe of perfectly balanced hormones. Who would believe that 7 days ago I was a greasy, sickly-looking basement dweller in my own private space? I had just let loose, jumping around and laughing like a maniac. The puppy, Nhi, who had been happily following at my heels, got jump-scared. He sprinted back to his bed, just tilting his head, staring at me, totally confused. I scooped him up and gave him a bunch of kisses. With something this hype, I definitely need to go shopping. Buy some aesthetic fits. Threw on a simple tee and shorts. This was my old broke boy uniform, but wearing the exact same 2 pieces now. It gave off this oversized boyfriend vibe. Even the old, washed-out tee looked like a vintage designer piece. Turns out, fashion really is just about having the face card and the body. With my buzz cut, even wearing thick, black-framed glasses didn't drop my aesthetic rating at all. It just softened the sharp features a bit, adding a bit of a nerdy, scholarly vibe. A totally different kind of handsome. Going out constantly, relying on Ubers was actually getting pretty annoying. I decided to sign up for driving lessons. There's still over 2 months left of summer break. See if I can get my license. I didn't choose to buy luxury brands. Even though I'm a millionaire now, the status change only happened a few days ago. I still couldn't stomach clothes that casually cost tens of thousands for 1 piece. I don't know if my fashion sense just hasn't caught up, but honestly, most of it looked pretty ugly to me. I went to a fashion district, but it definitely wasn't a place the old me could afford. This street was mostly filled with super aesthetic, small, indie designer studios and boutiques carrying niche, global brands. The store names were all incomprehensible French, German, or Spanish, giving off major premium vibes. I heard a college roommate mention before that the clothes here were decent quality, had good design, and weren't insanely expensive. Randomly picked a store, pushed open the glass door. The salesgirl was dressed super trendy, even had pink acrylics done. She looked me up and down. Her words came out like a machine gun, super fast, and mumbled, "Welcome. Feel free to browse." Then completely ignored me and went back to folding clothes. As an introvert, I felt my ego lightly shatter. No one warned me that the staff in these boutiques were so intimidatingly stylish. So stylish it triggered my anxiety around trendy people. This shop was serving a very edgy, dramatic aesthetic. Studded leather jackets, black and white suits covered in feathers, goth punk chunky platform boots, oversized and baggy, countless rips and strapped jeans everywhere. I was speechless. Leaving now would be low-key awkward. I cleared my throat. I pointed at the display that caught my eye. The black suit on the mannequin. "Do you have this suit in my size? I want to try it on." I said. "We're an independent designer boutiques. Every piece is limited edition. Only a few lefty. That set is $689. No haggling, no discounts. Are you sure you want it? If you're serious, I'll take it down." The clerk didn't even look up. She was acting so mid. I'm usually a quiet loner, but once I'm triggered, I stand on business. College kids today are all about matching energy. You're polite? I'm politer. You're rude? Then, prepare to witness my unhinged mental state. What's that supposed to mean? I have to buy it, just to try it on. The clerk didn't expect me to clap back like that. She finally looked at me. "I've got a lot on my plate. Can't you see all these clothes I need to iron?" She rolled her eyes. "I'm telling you the price first, just in case it's not what you expected. If I undress the mannequin and it gets messy, I'll just have to redo it all. Do you think I'm bored or something?" She clearly thought I was just a student window shopping. She hated people using the store as a fitting room. She was being so toxic. I was literally laughing from rage. How is this girl so bold? With her complaining. I smirked. Who said I didn't want it? I want it, so I'm buying it. Wrap up the one on the mannequin. The clerk gave me a suspicious look. Did she misjudge me? She stepped up to take the suit off the mannequin. And also, those other fits in the window. You have them in my size, right? I'll take one of each. Seeing the clerk frozen in place, I walked up with a smile and flashed her my bank account balance. See? Whatever happened to basic trust? She only caught a glimpse of the long string of numbers, and her face softened instantly. She grabbed the pieces I picked and started packing.